Guys, welcome back to another edition of Nighttime. Join us tonight. We have Pugsley.
Good evening.
And Travelling Jono is back.
Yes, good to be back.
And good to have you back. And join us, the ever beautiful crazy lady.
Hi.
Oh, am I not beautiful?
Yes.
Oh, Corey thinks so. So there.
keep your hands on the desk.
Well, anyway, and join us in the Nighttime bar tonight. We have. What the hell are you wearing?
Monstrosity. No, he's got to rub it in.
I've been doing a bit of painting or something today. Have you got your old painting shirt on?
I thought he was working as a plumber.
Credit where credit's due, though.
Yeah, they. It was a good game, and excuse me, they got the chocolates. But how was that kick from Cleary?
Ooh.
It would have been better if we won.
I will admit, was it the Thursday night game?
Yeah.
I did miss. I fell asleep because I watched it backwards, or like back after the game finished. What was the big hype? Was it a big like 40 metre, 50 metre, and he just nailed it?
44, 45 metre.
And it was the way he was positioned as well, that like sort of like was a couple of minutes to go before full time, or might have been a couple of seconds. Passed it straight to him. He wasn't directly in front, and he just nailed it.
Was it similar to like what happened in the Latrell Mitchell when he tried to take the field goal? And he missed it. Was it something similar in that kind of position, or?
Well, I felt like Cleary was rushed into it,
But it was just a class.
Yeah,
that showed why. And I know people go, "Oh, you know, because he's from Penrith or whatever, he's not the number one player in the game," but he is. Like,
no, I have to agree with that. If he's not the number one player in the game, he's definitely the number one halfback in the game.
At the moment,
See, Adam Reynolds is,
but Cleary's just that one step more, I feel
like if you're picking if every player was on the board, who's the first player that would go off the board you start a team with?
well,
9 times out of 10 it'd be Nathan Cleary.
Well, our question of the week this week was, if you were to buy one player from any club to, you know, who would you pick? And I mean, 9 times out of 10 you got to go for someone like Cleary.
Someone asked me that question in the car, and I said, "You mention one of my players, and I will punch you in the boob."
I got 2 here.
He mentioned 2 of them, so both of them copped it.
Well, seriously, all jokes aside, if I couldn't get Clem back, I'd definitely be going for Fish.
Left, right, good night.
And stop it.
Well, so how does that work with your club? You're one back to back. So who are you pinching?
We're keeping him.
No, but if you were to buy one from another club, who would you take?
Abby Coruscant.
Oh yeah, I'd love to have him back. I would love to have him back.
But I mean, like, and the other one was Scott Sorensen, and I still think we should be going after Scott
the Fish.
Sorensen. Oh, he's first.
Oh, he was first.
I wouldn't complain with Nico Hines or Adam Reynolds.
Yeah, Reynolds you couldn't, because you'd have to get rid of Cleary. Both of them couldn't play together.
And I think...
But Nico Hines... they're talking now. Nico Hines will be the 6 in New South Wales, and Cleary will be the 7. So.
What about Matt Burton, but...
Centers. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to... There's a lot of choices there.
He's picked for choice, but...
Fittler's got a headache on his hands, that's for sure.
But a good headache.
Yeah.
That's a good headache to have. Yeah. Anyway, Big Gaz, what's the word in the bar this week, mate?
Well, we've got 2 again this week. Sent in by Hayden Webb. With Ponga playing at 5'8" at club level, does he still play fullback come Origin time? If he's fit. If not, who's next in line?
Reece Walsh.
I was going to say the exact same one.
Ponga, okay, I'm Billy Slater. Ponga doesn't even get a look in at the moment.
No, I'm 100% agree with that. He's got to come... Well, does he even get a crack at the Knights when he's fully healthy?
No, he doesn't. I'm sorry, a lot of people disagree with me here, but you've got Jackson Hastings, you got Lockie Miller playing. How can you move Lockie Miller?
I agree with that.
You cannot.
Or even moving Gamble.
You can't.
You can't touch Gamble.
And I don't believe, like, this is no disrespect for Ponga. I'd say it for anyone. You know, if it was Clemmer or whatever, come back. If you've got a team that's playing good like they are and they're building something, how can you come straight back into that team?
You can't.
You can't. But he will. And I find it, I don't care, but I find it bullshit.
I agree with that.
He's an
100%.
expensive bench warmer.
He is.
So what? Like, you put him on the bench, and if he plays well at the bench, then
That's
maybe
right.
you could rotate him and bring Gamble off the bench.
Oh, but my only issue is if Hastings and Gamble are building this, you know, like a combination that's working really well and seems to be getting better each week, do you want to break that? If it's not broken, why fix it?
Well, that's the only question is, like, I know we got the win over the weekend, but you say if we lose this weekend, which I'm hoping we don't, but, like, then you
Don't.
see that, like, combination working a bit better. You
Well,
don't break it.
No, you don't want to change it.
Look at Queensland, why they had such a big dominance, because they started off with this combination. And they stuck with it while they were losing and stuck with it, and then you no one could beat them. Look at Penrith. Their halves and that have been playing together for years. And that's why they're so dominant. So who's to say Ponga, okay, he comes back in 2 weeks' time, so to speak. He plays for a week, and then the next week gets injured again, so he's out for another 4 weeks or whatever. So then you go back to the start where you've got to start that.
Combination again.
That's right. So I honestly hope the bloke is well, 100%, I really do. But I think he should start at 14 and a few weeks at 14.
I agree with that.
And no disrespect to Phoenix Crosland, but I just think 14... Phoenix hasn't been playing the best, and you can't buy Lockie Miller to come and play fullback, and he's played 11 first-grade games, and he's killing it. And doing stuff that I class him as Billy Slater-like at some stage, and in his defence, a bit of a Dylan Edwards.
Yeah.
But
And then Gamble, some people go, oh, Gamble's made some mistakes. But why is he making a couple of mistakes?
his second, what was it, his second or
But
third
he's getting
game?
in there having a go.
Exactly.
That's why. And look at, he's put Lockie Fitz over a few times. I think this bloke is what we've needed.
What about the pass that he threw to Marju on the weekend?
That's right.
Well, my quick theory is, or question to everyone is, what if Kailyn Ponga is at 14, does he come on and give Brayley a spell at 9, or do you reckon Brayley needs to play the whole 90 minutes then?
Well,
No, I think you're right.
80 minutes.
But 80 minutes, yeah.
we did discuss this a bit in detail last week, didn't we? Where would you
a
best
bit.
you can't have a 1.6 whatever he's on the bench.
I get that, but because he's going to go...
No, but I'm saying, like, not as a 1.6 player. Like, is he just going to be that 14 X factor, or is he going to have to play hooker and give Brayley a spell?
I don't think that will come to that. I think he'll be slotted straight back at 5'8".
Yeah, but the problem is, and this might be a dumb comment, but I'm going to say it anyway. For example, you hurt yourself at work through no fault of your own. You have to have a bit of time off. You come back, you want your job back. So, naturally, he's going to slot straight back in.
Okay, well, you get... How many sick leaves do you get a year?
10.
Well, there's got to be a certain point where how many games he's missing, it's got to be like a salary. You know, you're paying $1.6 million.
Who are we turning into the boys from Bondi?
No, but you're paying $1.6 million. If he plays 2 games a year, are you happy with that?
No.
That's my point. So there's got to
Yeah.
be a clause where if he doesn't pay a certain amount, because that's just destroying our cap. And like this is nothing personal on the poor bloke. I'm just looking for, as a club, what's best for our club.
I would like to see him just being eased into it, or eased back into it.
Well, at the end of the day, the most important thing is he's...
The young man's health.
That's right. And throwing him straight back in, I don't think it's the right thing to
Yeah.
do. But saying that, Parramatta are looking for another fullback.
Are they?
Yes, and
Yeah, they got their eyes on Preston Campbell's son.
yeah, Jaden.
Oh, go for it, I say. What's the second question?
Second question. Before we go any further, we've got thanks for all the people that are writing in and giving us questions. We can only do a couple a week, but keep them coming in.
Gary Sack, was it?
Who?
Vote into Gary Sack.
Gary Sack.
Oh,
Happy
Gary's,
sack.
oh, what's that old thing? Put the letter in the bottle and put it in shore. What's that old thing called?
Message in a bottle.
Oh, no, whatever.
No.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
I like Gary Sack. That's better.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Okay, question number 2 is from Brandon Wills. Should the top 8 turn into the top 10 if we are going to expanding to 18 teams?
No.
No,
Didn't think of that, but it's a good question.
How would
Mel.
that
Good
go
question.
at finals time though? Just
Oh,
drag it
no,
out.
it's just.
I say yes.
I say-
Yeah.
Reasons?
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Probably give it a crack and see how it goes.
Yep.
But if we're going to change around the final system, I want to go back to the McIntyre system, was it? Where
it's
one
the
plays
per
8. Because you're the best. Okay, we'll use Penrith here again, for example.
And
They've
Parramatta?
been no.
Was
They've
Penrith
been-
number 1 last year, or did they win the minor premiers, or who won the minors last year?
That's Penrith.
Penrith, yeah.
Okay, so Penrith has been the best team all year, right? Other than getting their check for being the best team all year, what advantage is finishing first? Except, I know you get 2 cracks in a home semi-final, but the point is, you want to play a lesser team so you have a chance to get through. So 1 should play 8, 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and so on. And that's how it should be, because you're not really getting an advantage for finishing first.
Correct.
And, should go back to it. That's my opinion.
I like the system that it's going now. I mean, but let the bottom teams settle it out.
Only because your team's always on the bottom.
Well, they never make the finals anyway, Spinner, so it doesn't matter.
And I don't think they're gonna for a long time. We've
Nope, not at all.
No, I think they need to keep it as 8, top 8, because then it just gets too tricky trying to work out who gets a bye.
Because if you've thrown another like 9 and 10, like you're rewarding teams who might be potentially only winning 9 or 10 games a year.
That's right. I want to get to the finals one year.
Oh no, I don't.
And also makes it more games of footy. Who doesn't mind
I
more?
like that part.
Who
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
mind more footy?
Yeah, but if you
Besides
get
the
an
players.
18th, if you get in an 18th team, that's more footy again as well.
And who's the 18th team?
Bears,
Bears.
But yeah, where are they from?
Perth.
Oh, Perth. Ooh. I don't know. Anyway, as long as it's not Sydney, Melbourne, or
Yeah, it'd be
Brisbane.
nice to see a team from the other side of Australia.
Well, I've got 2 options. I want to see the Western Reds come back
Well, that's what I was
as the Western Reds.
Western Reds. Okay.
If not, I want to see the Tasmanian Devils.
Why not?
Why not? You know what I mean? Oh, hang on, I'll raise another idea. Let's move the Eels over there.
Do they
I
actually
reckon
play
that-
rugby league in Tasmania?
Oh, no,
Sorry, guys. No.
Well, they got a
I
basketball
didn't
team.
hear what you
They've
said.
also,
sorry.
and it's very AFL orientated in Tasmania.
But I reckon we should give the Kabaji boys a team over.
Yeah, give them something to report
West,
on.
I'm happy for 2 teams to eventually come through because actually I think I would like eventually 3 because I want to see Papua New Guinea come into it.
Well, I think that's further down the track, I think.
Do you know what? I think they're actually looking at that.
In the SAR. And I want to see it. But also, this is what I believe a concept should be. If you have an NRL club, right? Every NRL club must have 3 grades to qualify to play in the NRL. First grade, reserve grade, or whatever it's called this year, and the NRLW. And the NRLW, if they want to be taken seriously, look, they should, I understand, they need to play more games. So,
They need to make it like a full-time season
That's
for the
right.
girls.
and it needs to be like on the weekend, there was 3 games at the footy. It's a full day for everyone.
Yeah, the one day that we're
Well,
not
let's
there.
hope.
Oh,
Let's
so
just hope in the next few years that they get to the 18 teams or 17 teams for the women as well. So they're expanding it this year with another 4. Let's hope year after. They
Yeah, but
can-
why isn't Penrith getting a run?
Thought they
I thought
were.
they had
Oh, are
to.
they?
Well, they're building one, whether it's this year or next year, I don't know.
Speaking of building, I find this is what I'm going to have a new segment. What's pissing me off each week, right?
I thought we had that.
No. But to be honest, okay, you put yourself in these Penrith supporters' shoes. They'll promise this stadium. It's been it's going to get built. Yeah. Now this nutcase of a nut job, Labor's in, because they're all nut jobs, is in, they're not going to build it.
Was that right?
Yeah, so they're not getting a new stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, nah.
I'm sorry, that's just, if that was us, I'd be furious. And I think it's, and we all go to these
So
stadiums.
does that hurt the Dogs as well? Because isn't there a stadium going to be built out in Liverpool?
Well, I don't believe they should have another one. They've already got,
Belmore.
and they've got the Olympic Stadium. I mean, that's a lot better than poor old Penrith, Scott.
Yeah, but I reckon with Olympic stadiums, like you saw the Souths and Manly game last day, what a cracker of a game that was. But there was no one there.
Yeah,
that's the fans' fault. You know what I mean? But if they've got a stadium, I just don't see where they should have. Like, all means it's good to go there, but everyone else has got other than Tigers and Penrith, have got a new stadium. So fair's fair. I just think it's a. If any other club gets it, it's a bit of a bullshit.
You watch that money go into units and stuff though, because there's a lot of homeless people.
Can they expand at Penrith, like on top of what they've got now?
They'd have to pull the old
They
stadium
need to
down.
refurbish it, that's for sure.
Yeah, but would the new stadium go exactly where the old stadium is? So
No, they're
when-
going to go across the road.
Yeah.
so the new old one would still be used while that new one's being built?
Yeah, and then I think they were going to put units there.
Okay.
I could be wrong,
Which
but I'm
two
pretty
birds
sure.
with one stone, but yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
oh, that's just. I just thought it's absolutely just disgusting. You can't.
What can you do?
That's politicians for you. Anyway, vote one, vote Smitter in next year.
Yes, please.
No, I'm serious. Hey, if I could figure out how to get into it, I'd do it.
We should make up our own nighttime podcast party.
No, I'd do it seriously because a few things need to change in the world, especially the old age pensioners. They need to get. Yeah, I'm looking after Gary, but you know, like they contributed to society for so long, and they're getting kicked in the ass. You can say, "Oh, I've got something wrong with me," and you go and get all this support from the government, which is not needed. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I'm not going there, but vote one, vote Smitter.
What's the drink of the week, Gary?
Grand Matriarch. Get onto it. Get onto it now.
Oh, it's a good drop, that vodka. They're also doing passion fruit
Oh, yum.
Now you're
and
telling me.
vanilla.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'll stick with the
Why'd you look at
passion
me
fruit.
when you said that's nice?
No, I'm saying no because I'm looking at you because I'm only finding out
Oh,
this now.
he was just getting a little funny over there. That's all.
Oh, you're talking about this guy?
Anyway, we might take a few messages from our sponsor.
Major show sponsor, the Burden Automotive Group in Maitland and Port Stephens, comprising of Maitland Toyota, Port Stephens Toyota, Hunter GWM, Cardiff GWM, Port Stephens GWM, and also Hunter 4x4 accessories in Maitland and yes, in Cardiff. The Burden Automotive Group have been proudly supporting the community for 60 years. They've been supporting this show. Please go support the sponsors that support us.
All right, guys, and it's time for a bit of a review. Night review. So, unfortunately, we missed it. The game live. We were there.
Were you there, Pugsy?
I was watching it.
I was watching it. I was watching it at the, as we said, at the pub in Sydney, and we're sitting there, and I thought, oh, it's going to be all Raiders fans. These blokes look over and go, "You Newcastle fan?" I went, yeah. He goes, "Yes," and everyone was cheering for Newcastle.
Well,
It was
there
great.
goes one of what caught my eye.
My bad.
Thanks.
I thought they were defensively outstanding. And
There's some-
obviously attacked, but
I honestly don't think we've played. For the last 2 weeks, we have not played that good in 12 months.
no.
I was at the game. It was good to be in the corporate box. Shout out NBN News. Appreciate it.
What the?
Rude.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hey, Smitter, what are you doing, bro?
I have won this first scene. I was looking now for you. Where are you?
What do you mean?
Next
The
minute,
helicopter would have flown
We
me
were in
down.
the same vicinity as Cypress Hill and Ice Cube.
Yeah, why didn't you ring me?
Oh, well, I couldn't see.
I told you could have went. I was going to Cypress Hill, sorry.
He was insane in the membrane.
Yes.
No, but it was a good game. I did watch the game, but I got held up talking to some bloke for 20 minutes. Missed most of the second half.
What was the name?
Ray Deneen.
No.
Didn't the Raiders Didn't the Knights keep
Paul
the
Lobb.
Raiders scoreless in the second half?
Yeah, second half, the Raiders didn't score, did they?
No.
Did they?
Yeah,
No, 2-point field goal just before half time, and that
Oh,
was it.
that was a pearler too.
Yeah, I thought so.
And, you know, like our cameraman Shane, a huge Raiders fan, shout out to Shane, but sorry, mate.
I actually tipped the Raiders.
They're a good side. They are a good side. The Raiders, and
Yeah, well, my long lost cousins on the Raiders, Corey Horsburgh.
oh yes,
Shout out to the Redheads.
Garfield. His name is.
And friends.
His name's Garfield.
And friends.
Big ginger cat.
It was Matt Frawley that kicked the 2-point field goal on the stroke of half time.
Well, Canberra might be without Jack Whiten next year if the reports are saying that he's
Yeah.
testing the open market.
Big splash, is that? Oh, is that their
But who's going to pick him up?
Dolphins, what I've actually...
Roosters.
Yeah, no, there was a couple. There was
You've heard the
Sharks.
scoop here first.
You reckon Dolphins?
I'll go Roosters.
They've got here
Corey
the
Weidler.
Tigers, Bulldogs, Dolphins, Manly, or Dragons.
Oh no, I saw a picture of him behind.
Dragons.
It's all
No.
about money, money, money.
We do need a decent
Listen,
5'8".
listen to Jono over there.
I must say, though, we do need a decent 5'8".
You need a decent 1 to 13.
Oh, we got one, that's
1
it.
to 13.
Keep
What about
going.
1 to 18?
We need a coach. That's all we need.
Anyway.
Poor St. George. They
Nah.
can't be as bad as Tigers.
Everyone was saying after the Tigers win, it was the gutsiest win they've ever seen. It was good to see another win. Yes, it wasn't as gutsy, but it was good to get a win on home soil, and it's good to see like all the Novocastrians.
There
back out
was only 15,000 people. I was very surprised with
was
the
it?
crowd.
They were probably all at. There
There's
was
a lot on.
Nostalgia Festival, something out at Hunter Valley Gardens.
Okay.
And air show as
Okay,
well.
so
Cypress Hill.
that explains it.
But still, 15,000.
Can we get a few? Could you still Cypress Hilly?
I am obsessed.
At least
I thought it was-
obsessed with someone. But
So who,
can
so
we get
who
a
are
few
you?
lines later as we get the
A
show
few
out?
lines.
Yeah.
Depends
Repeat
what
that
we're
again.
talking about
We
here.
are on Cypress Hill, but
No, that's pot.
yeah. A funny story, actually. I reckon I got second-hand stoned for that concert.
Yeah, he walked out holding a blunt.
Oh, mate, and no, you could just smell it everywhere.
No, there
I
was
reckon-
there was vapes everywhere.
Maybe that's why I fell over. I was stoned.
Probably.
Did
You've
it
just
hurt?
you've just
Oh, I
told the whole
did.
world you fell over.
Oh, yeah, I did. But, it was very slippery.
Those strawberry vapes got you, did they?
No, I wouldn't touch that. Anyway, yeah, back to the Knights.
Oh, it's good to see. A shout out to Greg Marju, first game as
Absolute
a Knights
gun.
player.
I was
I've
critical
got-
at first when we got him, but I'll eat my words.
I reckon that was awesome to see. Like a Knights debut like that. I haven't seen one that good in a while, to be honest.
He
Probably
did-
Clemmer had a good debut back in the day.
So you don't reckon they missed Dom Young then?
Just stop digging the knife
No,
in.
I'm saying like, did he have like a good debut when he when he first ran out?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Not
said,
one that stood out like that though.
You said you wanted to eat his words. I think he was eating up the meters on the weekend.
Oh, he was.
280, I think. From
And the cameraman.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
he did take out the cameraman.
I will say one thing. I was impressed with. Okay, BJ come off the bench, but did you notice in the second half he was sort of playing like a second receiver, and then Gamble was outside of him again. I was impressed with that.
So do you reckon BJ should be in that 13 role, like starting 13 role, or?
Well, I won't get into it much, but I'm not impressed with who is in 13 at the moment this week. We'll get into that soon. Considering BJ hasn't put a foot wrong, and I just think that, I think it's ludicrous that he was dropped. But he's not dropped, but pushed back to the bench.
But I reckon if we can play with that same energy each week, we can taste finals football. I'm also we're going to be in the top 4. I reckon we can sneak in that 8th spot or maybe that 7th spot.
Well, you
And
definitely, if you're going to be that competitive every year, like
Every
that
week.
every week, you're definitely going to be pushing for the 8th, maybe even 7th. I don't know.
Speaking of finals football, and I was going to say if they get, we're going to put a little wager on here. If we get to the finals, what are we going to do? Got to make it funny. So we'll come up with something that... Because Minion still owes us a
Gosling.
Gosling.
And
We all know-
a chicken suit.
We all know you won't put a tutu on.
Get me on if what do you mean? I dyed my hair pink for you.
What? So if the Knights make the finals, you've actually got to do.
So we're going to do something stupid if they do make the finals.
Yeah. What's the chance of it happening? See, it's a more
Oh,
obscene.
1 in 17 chance.
It's more.
Send in your ideas.
Yeah, open ideas.
You know, it's more obscentive to. You know, little
Do
bit.
they have the Knights onesies?
Probably.
Could you see me in a onesie?
No, I'll put
Yes, actually, yes.
I will put
I want to
onesie
see a
and a
onesie.
I will put this out there now. If the Knights make the finals, I will wear a full one Knights full onesie to the game.
No, I got a better idea. Remember that
Only if you
purple
cut the
suit
butt
you
out.
had to wear?
Yes.
How about we get a blue and red one of them?
What
Done,
you mean those
done.
that lycra thing? Like the
Yes,
purple
I've
one.
seen them at the North-Easter show.
The purple one that you had on.
No, I've
Adam's
seen
probably
that.
going to.
Are you good at riding horses? Maybe you can get back on like they used to do back in the day.
Are you going to be the horse?
Anyway, going back to most run meters, you said Marzu was 274. That was only second to Sebastian Cruz, who was 293.
And you can tell he was gassed as well.
So, we'll get into team selections later, but is that the end of Dom Young?
Well, he's on the extended bench.
I'm
This
going to
week?
say yes. Unless Heimel Hunt. Well, I didn't understand how Dom Young got dropped, and I reckon Heimel Hunt's had a few iffy games. So has he been benched because of...
That
He's
bad
not
game.
Bondi.
Yes. Is that why he's been benched?
And he had a really bad game
He
last
did
week.
have a bad game.
Oh,
but my point is, I'll go back, I'll use Ponga for an example. Ponga plays that badly. Does he get dropped?
No.
That's my point.
No.
But, yeah. But,
Maybe.
mate, absolutely flawless performance from the Knights, I feel. We're just getting better each week. Gamble, Hastings, Miller.
Jaden Brayley with 55 tackles.
Yep,
Did he
tackling
play the
machine.
full 80 minutes?
Who?
Pugsy? Brayley.
Not from memory now. I can't remember.
Unfortunately, Kurt
Maybe
Mangold-
Croslin might have come on during that.
Yeah, Croslin
stint.
did come on and dropped it straight away.
Yes, he did.
Was it?
Poor Kurt, man.
Yep.
It's 11-day stand down, isn't it?
Sorry,
yes,
there goes.
Yes.
Poor Kurt, man.
Yes.
He got taken off.
Yeah, did you see it?
Bang, bang, bang on the way down his head.
Yeah,
He's just,
he got caught in the wrong position.
ping
Yeah.
ball when he was going down.
Was he tackling? Was it Papalili he tried to tackle?
No, Joseph Tarpany.
Right.
Ooh.
And he got in the wrong spot, then he got his knee for a good measure. Poor Kurt was in Disneyland. But
Which one?
I don't know, Orlando. But I don't know where you can go on top of that. Like, there's nothing from there they could say, oh, we need to improve on here and there. I thought it was a pretty good performance. And, like Miller, Gamble, Hastings, they're all still new with each other.
Combinations are getting better. And honestly, it sets up a very, very good clash against arch rivals Manly this week.
That's right.
Is
So,
Out in Mudgee.
yes,
Is that our number one rival team, the Manly
always
Birds?
has been, yeah.
Has been probably for a very... Well,
Are you
it started from the inception of the Knights when they played Manly.
That's right. And then Harrigan and Carroll got
That's
in.
right.
Yeah.
And then,
Are you-
even Malcolm Reilly was a former Manly player, then
Oh,
coached
really?
the Knights, yeah.
Are you disappointed this isn't at Lotto at
A pothole there. Yeah, but I don't know if it's... Well, it used to be Lotto Land, but it was a hunk of junk, so I called it
Just,
Pothole Land.
just brookie to me.
Are you disappointed it's not there, or are you happy to
No,
see
I'm
the
happy
game?
to... I'm happy for it to be out in Mudgee, so... we might quickly just do night of the round, and while we're here.
Okay, well, I'm going to take Tyson Frizzell.
Jesus.
So, who gets you 2 and 1?
Greg Marju gets 2 and Lockie Miller gets 1.
Righto.
I reckon for me, Greg Marzu gets 3 points. Outstanding debut for a night. Lockie Miller got my 2 points. It was hard to toss up. He could have also got 3. Coin flip. 1 point went to Frizzy.
Yep, fair enough.
Did you copy my answers? No, I'm kidding. I always have a go at Corey when we get the same one. But yeah, what Jono said, like Marzu, he certainly let everybody know that he was there. Lachlan Miller, he played hard. His conversions were on point. And Tyson Frizzell.
Miller got... actually, I'm not doing 3, 2 and 1. I'm doing 3 2s. because they were all hard to guess. So Miller, Gamble, and Marju all got it, and a special mention goes to Gags, who played one of his best.
It was hard to leave. Like it's happened before. When you're having a complete performance like that, it's hard to leave a player out.
I know a lot of people go, "Oh, Gamble hasn't played." I'm just impressed with what he's bringing into the team, and I feel he's probably been our best. No disrespect to Ponga, but our best 5'8" option for a long time. Like just what he's bringing, not just his passing and running or whatever, but his mouth. Not just to that team and our team, but he's revving the crowd up too.
Well, I don't believe he used his mouth last weekend. He just really knuckled down and played his footy.
I said that too, didn't I? I said, I hope Adam O'Brien hasn't said to him, hey, tone it back a bit.
Yeah.
How come you find it cool when he does it, but when I do it to you, it's not cool?
What's that?
Uses his mouth.
Excuse me?
You know what I mean.
Cut.
On that break, hang on. So,
Keep it PG.
who we
Marzu.
Marju is our night of the round. Oh, sorry, guys. Marju. On that note, we might take a short break. Should I ask some words from our sponsor?
I gotta be honest, one of my favourite things in this life is to sit down with some amazing meat and just stuff my face full of it, and the best meat that you will come across, honestly, is found at Steak and Chops Butchery at Tanilba Bay. Jump on their Facebook page and check out some of the prices and some of the specials. The quality is outstanding, the prices are excellent, you really can't go wrong. Steak, chops, sausages, mince, lamb loins, what more could you want? Get on down to Steak and Chops. That's 69 Beatty Boulevard in Tanilba Bay. Tell them the Sasquatch sent you.
All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's time for what caught my eye this week. Start with you, crazy lady.
Well, they've already been touched on, but I've got two, so I'll use my second one.
Or 2 eyes or 2?
Well, 3.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, so after Penrith's loss on Thursday night, which hurt, Nathan Cleary went around and chatted to fans as well as Para supporters. And on the Para Facebook group, I'm not on there, but I've seen screenshots. The Para fans are actually complaining about the Parramatta players and why don't they do that?
100% agree with that, because it happens at nights a lot too, where they go straight up the tunnel. And it's absolutely... I mean, they go, the coach has got to talk to them. Well, I'll say bullshit, because the coach can wait 10 minutes. It's them fans that... Without them fans, you've got nothing. So, yeah, the coach should wait, I think. That's a good on Nathan Cleary. But he did that at Newcastle last year as well with Jerome Luai, so it doesn't surprise me.
They stayed out for a long time.
You know?
That's it. The other one was just the pass from Gamble to Marzu to send him over the line.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Bugsley.
Well, I'm going to go with the resilience of the Warriors this year. Now, they got a shocking decision against them on the weekend, and had their head. I thought they would have put their heads down in years gone by. They probably would have shut up shop. But to their credit, they come back strong and won the game.
Yeah, what do you mean they had a shocking decision? They won the game.
They had a shocking. What I'm trying to say is
the Dogs ran 100 metres after that and scored.
Right, at Oakar, in years gone by, they would have just fallen over. I'm just saying the Warriors this year are a better.
They should have had 4 possible 6, but instead they didn't get that, and the Dogs got it.
So you call it a 12-point turnaround.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I get what you mean. Totally. Jono.
Oh, okay, well, what caught my eye? Well, I'll tell you what didn't catch my eye.
Well, was this in the NBN studio box?
No. No, I was going to say what caught my eye. It wasn't the 40 flogging the Sharks put on the Dragons. It wasn't Kevin Hart. My God. Unbelievable show I saw Friday night. It was Craig Bellamy. He's also that fire and passion. He doesn't, used to go off.
Have you seen him in the box lately?
Well, no, it must have been the week before. He
scares me.
What game have you been watching?
Yeah.
It was the week before.
I still think he looks like that tennis player.
Oh, that woman.
Yeah.
Martina Navratilova.
That one. Remember her?
That's a bit harsh.
Martina Navratilova.
Is that her?
Yeah, Ada Pavlova.
With the glasses?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's her. That is.
Well, the second thing that caught my eye...
Bellamy's sister.
The second thing that caught my eye, I'm over teams doing this short dropout. It's driving me up the
no,
wall.
I think it's a good
I
idea.
Well, I reckon it's stupid. I reckon once in a game or once every blue moon,
It
you
gives
see
you that chance to get it back.
Yeah,
Well-
but how many times has it failed?
Nathan Cleary
Most
failed.
teams are comfortable defending 10 metres out their own line and starting a set from on halfway.
In saying that, I like what Cleary does. Did you see that bullet kick he done? That extra millimetre, and it's come off. I like the fact that players are doing that, running the gauntlet to try this stuff, and it's not just your plain old. It's the same as when the ball gets kicked in the in goal and you see the fullback push it over the line. No, get it. Try get it out. That's more exciting. And
No, I'm not a fan of it.
It's happening a lot.
Oh, well, that's
A
your
lot
opinion,
lately.
I guess.
Well, that's just my opinion. But
oh no, that's what makes football so.
Yeah, I think I said the other night I'm not a fan of it too.
Don't
I
take
reckon it's
Jono's
good,
side.
I reckon it's good, like when you're not if you have so many long ones and you sneak in a short one. But like
Yeah.
you look at every team now, they're all defending the short one.
So you think it should be just used as a tactic that should use it once in a blue moon type of thing?
or
Yeah.
like
Couldn't
once
guess it.
every couple games
Yeah,
or
a
something.
shot
But there is
tactic.
some teams
Yes.
that really pull it off.
Unless like you're in dire straits and you need the ball back, then obviously you go short. But once every couple games, I reckon, keep teams on their toes.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, what caught my eye, I had a couple, because I've got a couple eyes, was the Tigers feed the scrum, and they lost it against the feed.
They did.
That was
How do you
hilarious.
lose against the feed?
Considering that they throw it into the second row these
Or
days.
even into the lock now.
Yeah.
How do you lose that?
Someone said they should have been penalised.
What for losing? What for losing it against a feed?
You know, for letting Luke Brooks play.
Well, what are their options?
And you wanted to sign him this year.
Yeah.
No, no, I didn't.
Well, there was
Get
rumours.
out.
I'm
they
talking
sitting
about
there-
the club.
And they
You
sitting there
support.
going, and they sitting there belting their head against the wall, going, "Why did we let Hastings go? We should have let him have Brooks."
Well, I think they've decided. I think they've,
I think we made the right call.
yeah,
I
heads have prevailed.
Well, something has, but yeah, I just don't. Oh, Kylie's right there. Maybe the Storm play. I didn't see it that well, but I did see a foot. You're not allowed to strike at the ball anymore. Is that correct in the scrum?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that really is.
They're not
now.
even
It's like
scrums.
you're not allowed to rake from
They're not
dummy
even
half.
scrums anymore.
No.
No.
You're supposed to fight for the ball.
That's
Yep.
right.
Why
You know,
have one?
Back in the days, we used to, throw it in and let the hookers go at it.
I used to be a hooker.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. That's why you're close to the.
Still.
Is that why you're close to the red light over there?
Shh, too loud.
No, that was the Blue Oyster Bar. Wrong bar.
With the Bondi cigars.
Wait, how do you know about that?
Blue Oyster Bar? What do you think I'm a gas? Anyway, the second one
What about? Oh, you're sorry. Go.
was when the Jack Whiten walking up the tunnel and the little kid goes,
Oh yeah.
That's classic.
Burnt by a child.
"Burnt! You got 7 for 10. You just got burnt by a kid as well."
Yeah, that went viral, didn't it?
Yeah, that was good.
Oh,
Good on that young kid.
That was gold.
Parenting done right.
That's something. To be honest, that's something I'd expect Porsche to do.
Yeah, because you'd teach her.
Yeah, I know. But while we're on the subject, there something come up in my memories on Facebook, and I'll put it up there. Get Adam to put it up. Remember when Clemmer ran out of the tunnel?
Oh, don't. That's cringy.
No, it's not. It's great. And
It's not.
Clemmer ran out of the tunnel, and he got some pom-pom stuck to his hands, and he's going like that, trying to get him off, and couldn't get him off. It was Porsche's.
Because he had that. He had that
the-
non-grip spray.
Oh, okay.
And he went to hold his hand out to kind of, as he
Yeah.
ran past, and I was so embarrassed.
Oh.
I was like, that's not my
Oh,
I
kid.
reckon you were loving it.
Yeah.
It should have been to the opposition.
Yeah, so Clem ended up getting off and threw it this young kid that had,
Down syndrome kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, and he took off.
Bless him.
Well, she was like, me pom pom. I was like, go on.
What are you worried about? You got another one?
But no, that was gold. That's something for the memory banks. But anyway, guys.
Mine was the over 40 metre drop goals and Cleary's, 100% brilliant. But then to win the match,
Yeah. Anyway,
I won't rub it in too much. They showed it a few times how
Well deserved.
cool and collected he was. He goes like as if he was down the park just practicing, like, give me the ball.
Who was that? Who was that? This bloke up here, Moses.
That's him. That's the one right there.
Matt Frawley was
Whoops.
just as good.
Yeah, I thought Frawley's was good too because no one expected it, and that's a bit where I was sitting.
Okay.
Shout out NBA News.
Rub it in.
Like it didn't look like it went over, but it did.
I'll just quickly, and then we'll go back to you guys. Okay, Ponga 1.6 next year. What's Cleary on?
1.3.
I was about to say something about that.
He's taking a pay
He's
cut
taking a pay cut out of his own will
to keep his teammates.
together.
Unbelievable good.
So he's worth every dollar.
He really is the Prince of Penrith.
Is he the fresh Prince of Penrith?
Yep.
Yeah. yeah.
I've lost it now, sorry.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
It's all those head knocks.
Anyway, we'll take a short word from our sponsors.
Are you looking for something a little bit different, perhaps? Something a little bit out of the ordinary? Head down to the Liquidators Raymond Terrace. Liquidators is a discount variety store. They specialise in all sorts of different home decor items, candles, even hardware. There's costumes and wigs for that fancy dress party. There's art, all sorts of things that are a little bit different. Liquidators Raymond Terrace. That's 34 William Street in Raymond Terrace.
All right, guys, and welcome back. It's time to go around the grounds and see some of the games for last week. I really enjoyed. How'd you go with your tips, Mask?
6 out of 8.
4 out of 8.
6. They're in front of you. I got 2 wrong.
How is that tipping not going?
Zip it. I got 1 wrong.
Very
Good.
good.
You're not winning the tipping comp.
Nah, but I'll shoot it back up
I'm coming about 5th.
on 20th.
Yeah, I'm about
I was
18.
last.
Yes.
My problem was I was tipping with my heart, not my head.
Yeah, but you were bound to get Knights right one time.
Oh, thanks.
I didn't.
I'm glad Corey doesn't tip with his heart, not his head. He would never get one.
I tipped the Sharks, actually.
Well, I can't talk because I actually tipped Penrith.
So, no, that's the one I got wrong.
Speaking of, there's no Dragons player up here, so I wonder why.
Sold out of them. Corey bought them all.
They might sell one. Who is it? Sharon Woods.
He's gone now to Manly.
Yes, what a dumb move. What would
Well,
you...
not really because we get 2 young forwards. and
No,
that's
not
what-
for you guys,
You
for
need
Manly.
However,
Was Seabold asleep at Macca's when he made that decision?
hey, what do you think of that, actually?
Oh, he was just there getting a happy
He's
meal.
probably just exhausted.
Like, it was just media crap again.
Yeah, he was only there getting a happy meal. He was
Jeez.
happy.
But there must have been a pretty good speech at half time against South, though.
But I fell asleep at the V8s. I didn't end up all over the internet.
Oh, did she what?
Someone spiked my drink.
I don't rape drunk. Someone must have, like, we went to the customs house and I got her
Iced coffee.
a iced coffee slushy thing.
It was
That's
good.
me, you know. Kylie's
Yeah, isn't coffee meant to keep you awake?
she gone, and mind you, the V8s are like 2 metres in front of us.
I can't even fall asleep in my own bed, let alone.
She was gone. Someone drugged her. Yeah.
Probably the best sleep of my life.
It's always a good sleep when you're with me. Jesus. What is wrong with you? Anyway, let's get back into it. Parramatta 17 over the Panthers 16. To be honest, I thought that was, other than the Knights, the game of the round.
That was a good game.
Oh, it was an entertaining game. I thought the Dolphins and Broncos were going to be, but Parramatta and Penrith were a really good game despite the result.
I'm not. I don't want to hear you answer this one, guys. You stay out of this one, but
Poor guys.
no, because
Poor Gary.
I know what he'll say. Is Clint Gutherson the biggest bitch in the NRL?
What's your language?
No question.
He
Yes.
throws his hands up when the opposition touch the
Sorry,
ball.
guys, but I.
Oh,
Yeah.
You do that
Everyone's
well.
got their own little niche, you know.
Yeah, we do have one, but I won't say his name. But
When he does that bloody Gutherina dance, he looks like a...
Guffarina.
How's it go? Something like this.
what is he? No, is Moses the king?
King
of
Guffo.
Oh, it's King Gutho. Oh,
Queen Gutho.
King of what?
I said Princess Gutho.
Oh, don't get me wrong, he's a good player, but I just wish he'd stop bitching. You know, and then he'd be a really good player. Like, I can't take...
Guys, what's their coach name? Arthur? Does he?
Bradley?
Yeah. Does he whinge much or is?
Oh. Yeah,
Does
he
he?
does.
Does he really?
I've seen him whinge.
Oh, maybe
Well-
he takes after the coach.
when we were having a beer the other day, he wasn't whinging at all.
Wasn't he?
No.
Don't imagine he would. But anyway, Paulo is set to miss 2 weeks because of that tackle on Zach. Who was it on? Anyone remember?
A Penrith player.
Was it?
Was it on Sonny Luke?
I can't remember.
Well, Sonny Luke is
He's out.
he's out. Yeah. So you could be right. I don't know. I didn't watch this game. I was at work.
I actually walked in from work just as I was sending Paulo off.
Yeah, but
Polo off.
hang on.
I didn't get to see
It was Zach Hosking.
It was, yeah, Zach Hosking.
Zach
Former
Hosking.
Newcastle player. We let him go.
Yes, son of
Once
David
again.
Hosking.
again.
But
Grandfather of Mitchell Hosking.
hang on. They challenged it
Yeah, I think he was giving
and
him
made
a
him look
breather.
like it even worse.
I think he was trying to give him a bit of a breather.
He was.
Yeah,
but
a breather.
He
And
was.
It probably
100%.
worked in their favour because they won the game.
Well, true. But Parramatta showing some glimpses of some good form, guys.
Yep.
Well, Mitch Kenny and
It's about time they cracked it for a win. They were due.
Mate
Oh, different.
Casivo, they only escaped with early guilty pleas, $1,800 for a careless high tackle, and Sivo got $3,000 fine for his dangerous contact offence.
It's got a bullet.
I'll tell you what I am impressed with Parramatta.
Hopgood.
Jermaine,
Hopgood.
no, that's your player. Is that his name?
He come from Penrith.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, him.
And Hands. He was originally from Penrith, my boss
He,
was
he
saying.
played well too.
Solo.
It's all-
Hands. His last name's Hands.
Oh, I thought it was Han Solo. Yeah, no, really impressed. Like, he's going to be a really good player.
He's good for us.
Huge loss from Penrith.
I'm
Yep.
pretty sure Hands scored.
That's his
did.
first name.
With his feet.
2 left hands.
What's the matter, Jono?
That was bad.
Two lefts don't make a right. Anyway.
I think
Penrith-
he's had been to that Cypress Hill concert with all that giggling he's been doing.
Maybe he had
Nah,
one
it's just good
of
to be back.
he might have had one of Kylie's coffees.
No, he'd be asleep. Maybe.
She was open. Anyway, Penrith will bounce back. They were good. They were just pipped at the post by the better team, but
Who they got next week?
Raiders.
Oh,
we've done them a
Friday
favour.
night.
We've done them a favour.
Yeah, bye-bye, what's his name? Whiten.
Gone 2 weeks.
Oh,
But yeah, they'll bounce back. Too good of a team not to, and yeah.
Do you personally think Penrith are back in the pack now?
No, they're too hot and cold. I think the Broncos are...
Just after what you've seen the first month.
No, I reckon, to be honest, the teams that are other than our own, I won't say Newcastle, but the teams that are really, I'm standing out at the top 4 would be Penrith, Brisbane,
I'd say the Dolphins.
yeah, the Dolphins, and
South and
Sharks.
Manly. It's a
I'm
bit
going to go
hard.
Manly.
Yeah.
Like, Manly are...
Yeah,
Really,
I'm a bit-
they've had that bye in that first month, so it's hard to say.
But saying that too, I still think the Cowboys will come good.
I
Same
think
with
they
Melbourne, when Pappenhausen's back.
I don't know about that. Something off with Melbourne this year, I reckon.
They
But
need-
it could be the injuries with Munster and
Might be,
Pappenhausen.
might be I might have been too much involved with the tennis.
It's like a dog with a bone.
Martina.
I don't know. Like, maybe his focus is not all there.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, we'll move on to yeah.
Speaking of the tennis.
Hey, funny story actually. I got a tennis elbow. Anyway, Melbourne 24 over West Tigers 12.
Oh, it's good to see Melbourne get back in the winning
It was
column.
Munster made the difference.
And to be honest, I thought the Tigers done well just to lose by 12. So
Can I just ask, how good is Nick Meaney going? Former Newcastle player.
mate, he was good when he went to the Dogs. So
I think it's just like these certain plays, just like
Yeah.
how they're utilised in Melbourne. They just brings the best out of him. Like, what's his name?
Josh King.
Josh King. Thank
I
you.
reckon we could put a 1 to 13 of talented players with like.
Maybe an extra 4 too. 17, I reckon.
Matty,
No, I'm not worried about the bench. No.
Matty Johns had a little remark about that.
Yeah, true. But yeah, we were watching that last time. I can't remember what it was now.
Well, it's probably something similar to your comment.
Yeah, it was, but Yeah, because they had the Brad on. Matt Rogers.
Yeah, that's him.
They did too, yes.
The Rat. Anyway, yeah. The Dolphins, 12... Brisbane Broncos 18 over the Dolphins 12.
Dolphins didn't lose any admirers in this game.
I tell you what, how good. I like it, and I agree with, what's Toe's name?
Katoni.
Katoni. This is our house when he scored the try.
That's not what he said. He said, this is our beep house. Home.
But you know what I mean? What a fitting, like, he just ran the full length of the field, and yeah, I thought that was gold.
Have we, I know it technically wasn't a buy, it was more of a swap, but was Walsh the buy of the season so far?
Oh, he's got to be up there, yeah.
Well, like,
He's up there with Hastings, I reckon. Like, Hastings, what he's done for our clubs and with Gamble is second to none.
what
But
about
I think,
Miller?
and see, then you got Miller.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, Reece Walsh,
Yeah.
he's gone up another gear again.
Do you reckon,
He's got to be the number one for Queensland.
no question, if Ponga's still injured, or if he's only played one game, no
Even if he
question.
has,
And
yeah.
I'm going to throw in AJ Brimson for number 14.
Oh, he's...
No, I'd put Ponga at 14
no,
if he's fit. If this is, if
or would you have like Harry Grant at 9 and then Ben Hunt at 14?
No, I wouldn't have Hunt this year.
No, I think, Hunt hasn't really shown
Or is it
anything.
yeah.
He hasn't
yeah,
really.
Yeah, I can see he
he
hasn't
hasn't
shown much.
anything yet. Well, I'm serious.
Yeah.
You know, you can laugh all you want, but I'm being serious.
Oh no, we're just taking the piss.
I know that, but he hasn't shown anything
Hey,
yet.
it's my spoon collection's full, so
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
it's all right.
Well, I've got to get one sooner or later.
Yeah, true. Anyway,
Just before you tick on that, spare a thought for Sean O'Sullivan, who's done his pec.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's had a horrible run of injuries in his NRL career.
He's only young.
He's a good player too, and to me, he seems like a real quiet kind of a player too, quiet achiever. So yeah, big shout out to the young
So
fella.
the MILF gets the run now. So
Oh, she'll be getting the run. Don't you worry.
Well, let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can bring back some of that Brisbane magic he had with Bennett.
I'm not. To be honest, I wasn't even a fan when he came to our club.
Oh, that was just a filling time, I reckon.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just a stopgap.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan anyway. Yeah, the Cowgirls over the Titans, 24-12.
Pick this game.
Jeremiah Nanu out
Yeah,
for 2
a couple of weeks. Yeah,
Suspension or injury?
no suspension.
Yeah, dangerous tackle, but I almost sort of milked that. I think.
Is that
Ducked his head
that
in
Philip Sammy? Yeah, ducked his head into it a little bit.
So I thought he was pretty unlucky.
Yeah,
But that's the rules, I suppose. Eh?
No. I knew the Cowboys had to turn around at some point, but
they weren't
still have them at the moment for taking out the grand final.
they weren't impressive, but they all got the job done, and that's all that really matters, doesn't it? So
Anyway, South 13 over Manly 12.
I reckon this is probably up there as like one of the games.
Manly were
I
robbed,
reckon.
I thought, in one of the tries.
Well, I'm
Oh,
not,
absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I'm not a Cody Walker fan. That's quite obvious. I don't like the bloke. But
That's all right. I don't think you like Drew either.
why not?
That's just a joke.
No, I just don't like his mouth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but no one likes Gamble or Luai's mouth.
why not?
No, but
Because they're mouthy.
wasn't it a couple years ago? What's his name? Ollie Lewis's nephew
Yeah,
got into
that
him,
was funny, but
Yeah, did he get in the face of Walker or something? And he got pulled to the ground.
yeah, he said no.
Oh, Lachlan Lewis.
Lachlan Lewis
Yeah.
tried to WWE
Yeah.
on the sideline.
Where's that poor guy gone now? He's washed up.
eBay.
Yeah,
He got caught selling some of the dog's
exactly.
sound equipment on eBay.
Yeah, yes.
Hetherington used to shoot his mouth off and end up in biffs too.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to have a word to him.
I think he's settled down a bit.
No, we need that.
No, I don't
Is he
think
taking the shoes of Clemmer or was Clemmer the
I
quiet?
think Leo Thompson's really stepped up into them shoes. Stop it. Yes, I'm a fan of Leo and Gambles.
If there was perfect match going back in the day, you and Leo.
How tall's Leo?
He's only about 6
Hey.
foot. Or
Hey, I'm a Leo.
oh, here we go.
Anyway.
No, I thought this was a good game, but
Yes, it was. But that try he scored where he didn't give up, where the giraffe was letting it go over the dead ball and he just kept going.
that
Just
was
made it.
probably That was probably the try.
One of the
year,
try
so-
of the years, yeah.
It was so close.
But Manly, I mean, they're going to be hard to beat this week. But good thing it's not at Pot Island and it's out at Mudgee, so that might help us.
It's good to see like the game's been taken regional.
Oh, I'm happy for that, as long as it's all of our away games.
Well, I'm glad.
Are they
South-
wearing their mining jersey this weekend?
I don't think so.
Usually when they go to Mudgee, they normally
No,
do.
because it's usually a Knights home game, is it? Or
No, I don't.
No, it wouldn't be.
It doesn't matter. I think they just do it when they go.
okay.
But I'm more for the mining jersey. I've got no dramas with it. But my only issue is, okay, there's women in mining now. So let's change that mining uniform to the pink fluoro shirts.
You
So-
just like Penrith that much. You just want
No.
pinch
No.
their players
No.
and
Have you
The-
seen
the
the
pink jerseys.
the pink and blue work shirts?
yeah,
Yeah, I reckon like that would be good.
what's wrong with orange? It's unique.
real men wear orange.
Yeah, true.
No, well,
Yeah, but I'm glad Souths won because it was a tribute to
Yes.
the
Settlers,
late
yeah.
Sattler. Yeah.
that was a pretty
It was, and Scotty was very emotional around that circle.
And the moment of silence, like you always expect to hear a kid or
some
some
goose.
idiot yelling out. You couldn't hear a pin drop.
and good on that. You know, must go to these Manly and South fans. You know, good on them.
Yeah.
It was good.
But moving on, Warriors 16 over Canterbury 14. That was rightly so too, because the Warriors were robbed.
They
of a
were.
try there. So.
They were glad to try.
I saw the score before I was leaving for the Knights game. Like, you beauty doggies, get the win. And when I get there, full time score. You got to be kidding me, but
Newcastle 24 over Canberra 14. It was already touched.
what a game!
Yes.
And it was awesome from the box seats.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was that? But they're three new guys. You know, Miller, Gamble, Hastings are all loving it here at Newcastle.
Well, it's good to see. Well, it's just, they've all come from bigger cities, and maybe they just enjoy that small. Like even though Newcastle is a big city, it's like a small.
Well,
I guess
Well, Jackson
big country
Hastings.
town.
Jackson Hastings originally from Wollongong, so it doesn't.
okay.
Poor bloke. I spoke to.
He was a Dragons junior.
I spoke to Tyson Gamble there at the start of the year and said, how you liking Newcastle? And he said, I love the place. He said, you know, the beaches, the town. He said, the fans. He said, I can't get enough of it. So that to me tells you you've got a player that wants to be here. Wrap him up.
Yeah, exactly.
You want players that want to play for that emblem. Not for what's in their back pocket, is for that emblem of pride and passion. And he wants
Was he
to
the
win
one
it.
that scored the try and was like ripping or pumping the?
Or was it Lockie Miller?
I thought it was no.
It
the
might have
fir-
been.
No, the first home game.
Yeah, it could have been. Oh, and when he went over to the crowd.
Crowd, yeah. Was it him that was shaking the
At
emblem?
least they want to be, not like some of our players that we had to touch after Moses Sully and that didn't want to beat the Dragons.
There's something
Yeah,
not right there.
Yeah, but to be honest,
Yeah, we'll move on. Dragons
8.
8. Another 40.
Game of the round.
Sure.
Like, sorry, it's I'm just tossing this complete turnaround. We had 21 out of 23 completed sets in the first half. We had a rubbish call that went against us. They dropped their heads, didn't come out in the second half, and it was disgraceful.
Oh, you know what? You know how it feels like to be a Newcastle supporter. Because
No,
that's
but
what happens.
well, I suppose you guys have been copying
Okay.
it for a long time. We've been doing it for the same since.
So's the Knights.
Yeah,
But Anthony Griffin, he's gone.
he's got 6 weeks to prove himself.
So when that happens to a coach, you're gone.
That's right.
So who do they bring in?
I would like to see Shane Flanagan.
No, I can Madge.
Wookie.
Where does Hasler go?
Well, he's also on the list. But they've also thought about bringing Ben Hornby, Jason Riles, and Dean Young. Blokes
Jason
who
Riles
is
Storm.
Storm. So
But-
blokes that are St
Billy
George,
Slater's
St
rumoured
George
to be
that have
interested,
played
yeah.
and know the culture. I don't want him there.
Nathan Brown.
Nathan, no.
Yeah, bring back Brownie.
He's a development player coach now at
He'll
Parramatta
rebuild the club.
Oh, is he?
with his little head.
No,
No,
that
that's
was
He's
Wayne
big,
Bennett.
with the big
Bennett.
head there.
No,
Nathan Brown
I'm
made
telling
that
you.
comment.
I'm telling you, do you want to play finals football again?
Here we go.
Before I die, yes.
Walker Brothers.
No, don't you save him for O'Brien if he moves on?
Stop giving them away.
Okay, no, Walker Brothers are crap. Do not even look at them.
You can have O'Brien.
Anyway,
I'm kidding.
my opinion, the joint stinks.
So do you reckon it's more management?
Oh, it could be.
It
The
is.
players have got to take some sort of
The problem
responsibility.
is, you got two sides of the board.
Yeah.
You've got St George, and then you got Illawarra. And both sides are trying to run that club, and this side goes, I don't want to spend this much money, and that club says, yeah, but we do. And they can't agree on anything. So this is the issue, is the joint venture. So they need to sack the board of Illawarra and half of that and just become under one identity.
Well, joint ventures don't normally work. I mean, look at the Tigers; they haven't
I was just
been.
gonna say
And I mean, Northern Eagles when they were out, they
That's
didn't.
why they're gone.
Yeah,
But that's
So-
the problem. They need to sack this whole, get rid of somehow how there's half and half and become under one identity of the board, because that's where the issue is. And then things from there are not progressing through with Hook, and then it's just going down like a, like a
Now they
domino
said that
effect.
they were going to that game. They said, "Oh, we're going to fight and we're going to play for the coach and save his job." When? That's the question I want to ask.
When are they starting? Yeah.
Well, they got the Dolphins this week,
Pretty
and if they're not, they need to make a statement this weekend.
Just a quick side question. Nico Himes, back-to-back Dally M winner.
Well,
possibly?
left his run too short.
Okay.
Well, if he keeps playing the way he did on the weekend,
Yeah. And saying that too,
mind you, it was pretty rubbish opposition.
you
though.
look at some of the Daily M points that people get picked, and you think, hey, game are you watching?
I agree with that.
I think they've changed the system this year, though, because it's not just. I don't know. Do you guys know much
I
about it?
haven't been. No.
Yeah, I just know
Our
that the
little
system.
statistician lady over here. Thank
No,
you very
no,
much.
I've got to print it off because I got the memory of a
But
goldfish.
okay, this the leaderboard. Now, who would you just copied? Who would you think would be
But
leading?
no, before I looked at that, I would have
Jacob Carraz.
said
Fourth.
He was leading before the weekend was gone.
I would have said Reece Walls.
Payne Haas.
What?
Well, he played well against the Dragons.
Yeah, but 13 points.
I dare you to say that second one.
yeah, but are they getting
Big Tino.
No, what's his last name?
Falamasui?
How is he?
Fella some
second
salami?
or tied first?
I don't know.
Tied first. Yeah, what happens there?
Adam Reynolds, yeah. Carras should be up winning it, I'm telling you.
Hey, we've got a Knights in the top 10.
Dane Gay guy's in there. Oh, don't get me wrong. He
Yeah.
How
played
many-
good last week, but that's
many-
probably his first game of the year. He's
How many
played well.
points has Lockie Miller got?
Lockie Miller's on 6. Gay guy is on 8. So it doesn't make sense.
So, yeah,
Like,
must be...
David Fafita.
where's Gamble?
Hey, there's a dragon sighting.
Ben Hunt.
horse...
Not stop it.
No, misprint.
He
That's
got-
last year's, was it?
No.
S Hunt.
Oh, there we go.
Rex
Okay,
Hunt.
then.
S Hunt. Silly Hunt. That's got to be a misprint. But yeah, it needs a whole.
Overhaul.
Yeah.
Did he get 1 point on the weekend for turning up, did he?
No, I thought got his names right.
Oh, right.
No, because he didn't drop a ball. Anyway, we might take a few words from our sponsor.
When you think of great food at a great price, the best cold beer in town, awesome live music, even a place that you can host your next event, there is only one place you think of, and that is the Gallipoli Club. Get on down to the Gallipoli Club, the Gal 3 to 5 Beaumont Street, Hamilton, to check out what's going on this week. Enjoy some great food, a cold beer, awesome live entertainment. You can never go wrong at the Gal, thegal.com.au.
All right, guys, and welcome back. And it's that time of night again. It's time for Talking Schmidt. And caller number 1. Who we got there, mate?
It's Elliot here from the rush hour at Triple M up in Queensland. How are you?
Oh, champion, how you going, mate?
Good. What's happening?
Oh, mate, just kicking back, doing another show.
Enjoying the victory.
Yeah, I was going to say and I was talking to my brother too because he's Mad Keen Newey fan. Unfortunately, lives in Queensland too, and it was weird to feel genuine pride after a win for the first time in a long time. It was almost a complete performance.
Mate, how good is it to be back in the winner's circle?
Yeah, and but not just winning, like winning with a little bit of passion, a little bit of flair. There was probably 2 defensive lapses. Outside of that, I think we dominated the whole game.
Mate, I haven't, but, you know, I don't know. I can't remember how getting this kind of feeling like of confidence for so long. Like Gamble, Hastings, Miller, what they're bringing to the team is just, oh mate, I love it.
How's the town, from what you've talked to people there? How's the town embracing Jackson Hastings? Because at the Tigers, he was very good with his fan engagement, and they were quite sad to let him go.
Mate, yeah, exactly the same. He's really good, to be honest. He's got a lot of time for the fans. He actually gave his jersey to a older couple there on the weekend as well. But he loves a chat, and I think he's fitting in really well.
Oh, I think there needs to be more players like that, willing to give up their time for the fans. I know it's hard; they don't really want to give away the jersey sometimes, but it's always nice to see or give away their boots to certain fans and all that. So hopefully, he can pass that on to his teammates.
Mate, I'm aching to get 2 jerseys. I want Tyson Gamble's and Leo Thompson's.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
They are absolutely
just have them framed up in the background here.
Framed in the studio, mate. But who's your this year really took your notice?
Oh, I mean, and I know it's a cliche, but you have to go at Lockie Miller. He played 11 games of first grade, and he looks almost like the best fullback we've ever had. And that's no disrespect to Robbie O or to what Kailyn did, even Kurt at times. But just to have a fullback every time he touches the ball, you can see the defence holding back. Now, he's not at the level of someone like Reece Walsh yet, but he does the same thing to defensive lines. You see they back off because they genuinely have no idea. And I don't know if he knows his next move sometimes. But I think it's the beauty of watching him at the moment.
He's a bit of a jack-in-the-box, isn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't stop. He's all effort. I think that it was a game 2 weeks ago against the Dolphins, which I know we lost. But again, you just saw the motor in him, and that's probably the rugby sevens way. If you guys have ever played that, you don't stop. You're constantly running. And I watched a little special of him off the field the other day. Just a good bloke, a nice family man that you know is going to be no drama off the field as well. It's a delight to have him part of the club.
It reminds me a lot. I see a bit of Billy Slater in him, but also we've got the crazy lady on the panel tonight, and she's a huge Penrith fan. It reminds me a bit of a Dylan Edwards as well.
Yeah. In terms of effort, I'd say probably the way Billy played was a bit more structured, and that's kind of what I like about Lockie, to be honest, is the fact that Jack in the box is a good way to summarise him, is that you don't know what you're getting from play to play, and it does look like the blokes around him, want to be with him, and what a blow for the Sharks too, because the way that worked out, getting him across the next day, their backup fullback, Cade Dykes, does his ACL. So if that had happened a day later, we wouldn't have Lockie Miller. He'd be there as the second string fullback at the Sharks. He'd be staying. So we got a bit lucky, I think.
Did he come as a player swap?
Yeah. So we lost. I think it was Max Bradbury was the young fella we lost, who's a very good talent, but Lockie, he could be anything for the next few years.
Yeah, especially only played 11.
I'll tell you what, the bloke can convert. Those 2 kicks that we saw, we actually watched it at the locker room down in Sydney because we were off to a concert. That's why we couldn't make it. But, geez, those 2 conversions looked like they were in an awkward spot, and he nailed them. Yeah,
a mate of mine sent me a video from the ground, and the wind was doing what it often does, and the hunter and swirling everywhere. So I don't know. There was one of them that I was thinking, I don't know if he shanked that and it's just come back nicely. I'm assuming it was technique, but it's a nice little problem to have because Jackson's, whilst he's played really well, his conversion kicking probably not what he wants it to be. So it'd be interesting to see who kicks goals against Manly.
The way he's kicking, but you'd hate to be his dog, wouldn't you? Anyway, mate, being a Queenslander up there yourself, Tyson Gamble, how have you seen his transition down to the Novocastrians?
It's funny. I used to watch him a lot at Brisbane, and we'd talk about him a lot, and I couldn't stand him whenever we played against him, and whenever there's something about him just like, I don't like that bloke. But now he's in our jersey. God, I love him. If the spray he gave Dewey is even half correct when they played against the Tigers when he went down with fake cramp, lovely. He's all effort. He may not necessarily have the skills some of the other sixes in the comp, but he tackles his guts off. He was outstanding again on the weekend. And the Rat, we've nicknamed him because he does look like a full-grown, Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I've fallen in love with the Rat. I do like him.
Well, I was actually... Andy Raymond had a thing up there and he asked who would you like to see have their haircut and why, and I said Tyson Gamble. Because remember Major Payne? That little kid that they shorn his head off in that? I reckon that's what he'd look like there.
Yeah, I think I saw him last year with a shaved head. That was pretty scary. I'm happy for him to stay as he is for now. But you can see, and in all seriousness, you got to applaud Peter Parr, who's a bloke that we got to know a fair bit in the north with the Cowboys. What he's done in a short time in terms of recruitment is the best the Knights have had in more than 10 years.
100%. This team, to be honest, I know I'm going out on a limb, but if we can keep going the way we are, it's finals time, baby. It's finals time.
Will you just sneak in? I'll be happy with that.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, and sorry to cut you off, even if it's not finals time this year, is that as long as the team turns up the way they have in the first 4 rounds, even if if they finish 9th, 10th in a competition as close as it's going to be this year, as long as they're putting in an effort that makes the town proud, that makes fans across the country proud, then happy days.
Win, lose or draw, mate. Well, we went through, 3 years of spoons and we kept going, so yeah.
But you know what's going to be a good game? Penrith and the Knights with 2 mouthy players, Luai and Gamble.
Also, Souths in Newcastle.
Yes.
With
Cody Walker.
Cody Walker. So, yeah, you know where we're going. Oh, yeah. But, mate, honestly, mate, it's really good to hear from you, and we might try to get you on a bit more when you're free.
Yeah, give us a buzz whenever. No dramas at all.
Mate, good to have you on. I've got some hats we're going to send up to you too, champion.
We are in Townsville, so it could take up to 3 weeks. It's a long way away, but I appreciate it. Good on you.
Nah, our pleasure, mate. We'll hopefully get you down one day and get you in the best seats in the house.
Sounds good. Enjoy, guys. Thanks very much.
Thanks, champion.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
It seems that everywhere you look these days, you're going to find somebody covered in tattoos. Tattoos are common, not like they used to be. So what do you do if you are wanting some ink that stands out from the rest of the pack? Head on down to Sayers Ink, check out some of their award-winning work. They are a great friend and sponsor of the show. Jump on their website and look at some of the work from John, from Scott, Army, Dean, Jess, Mandy. Their work is stellar, obviously long-lasting, and you'll be happy with the result. Sayers Ink, we can't promise it won't hurt, but we can promise great results. Jump on to sayers-ink.com.au.
All right, guys, it's caller number 2. Who we got there?
Leroy, mate.
Hey, buddy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
Mate, what's your question for us tonight?
I was just wondering, what are the Knights going to do with Kailyn Ponga?
Oh, that's the hot topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mate, I'll ask you, what do you want to do with Kailyn Ponga? Oh, hang on, that probably doesn't sound real good, but what do you want to...
All right, well, what's your opinion on what you think should happen?
Oh, mate, to be honest, I think they need to probably cut him.
Ooh.
As much as he's a good player, I just think for the money sitting on the sideline, like he's going to go up in salary the next couple of years. So he's good talent, but you can't just keep talent on the sideline.
I reckon hopefully they put him on medical or retirement, or he's got to go on something like that. If that doesn't happen,
whatever they got to do to get rid of him, I think.
I'll put him at 14, and if he doesn't want to play 14, I'd say thanks for your time and good luck somewhere else.
Unfortunately,
I think so too, yeah.
I'm not a fan of him coming straight back in and playing halfback at 5'8" and getting rid of Gamble.
He's been playing good footy, so you can't really just throw him back in.
Yeah, that's my issue. I'm not liking. If that happens, I will be not a happy camper. I'm a big fan of Gamble too. I like his flair and that on the field, and his mouth, and he's playing good football. So I think it's someone we need, especially. We play South soon. We play Penrith soon. So, especially those two teams alone, we're going to need someone with a bit of mouth and mongrel in them. Yeah, to get under the in the face of Luai with Penrith and
Walker.
Yeah, with Walker. I mean, that in itself would be worth the admission price. So, yeah, for me,
it would be, yeah.
For me, Gamble at the moment is until he does something to prove me wrong. He's our number 6 going forward.
Yeah, well, I'm going up to Mudgee this weekend to watch the Knights and Manly.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'm a mad Knights fan, but obviously a few tough years, so I'm just going up for a trip with the boys, but I mightn't even make the footy.
Oh, that's the go, mate. Keep an eye out the rest of the show. At the end of the show, there might be something for you to be able to enter going to Mudgee and win a spot to win that big bar fridge of ours.
Oh, right, yeah.
So keep an eye out on that. But yeah, mate, totally agree with. But we'll ask someone that's not a Knight supporter, that's actually a Penrith supporter. The crazy lady. What's your thought?
On what?
On Ponga coming back in.
I've already told you.
All right, she's told me. Anyway, Gaz.
How you going? How you going, Leroy?
Yeah, good mate yourself, Gaz.
Not too bad, mate. I reckon Ponga should be 14 or so, but he's got a lot of match fitness and everything to prove before he comes back. And
yeah, he could put that little X factor off the bench. It's probably something he can look forward to for the next few weeks, maybe.
I don't think his bash hat's working too good for him, but
no, that's true. Mate, so enjoy the game up at Mudgee, and keep an eye at the end of the show there. Towards the end, you'll see how you can enter to win the fridge.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Good.
Thanks, champion. Enjoy the game.
Yeah, have a good time, boys.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Too easy. Time for caller number 3.
Palmy or Palmer, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's Palmy, by the way. The best schnitzels in town are just around the corner at Harry's, where they cook chicken the way nature intended, flattened, crumbed and golden. Nothing beats a good schnitzel. There are burgers, there's chips, there's all sorts of wonderful food there to be had. Grab yourself a Harry's loyalty card, get on down and enjoy some of the best chicken you'll ever have. It's really good schnit. Get on to Harry's at the Junction, Jesmond, Marketttown, Thornton, Erina and Toronto. It is Sasquatch approved. It is Nighttime Podcast approved. Harry's Schnitzel's the best in town.
Ready? All right, guys, It's time for caller number 3. Who we got?
I got Scotty, mate.
Hey, Scotty, how you going, champion?
Good, son, good.
Mate, what's your question for us tonight, mate?
My question is, how are we going to fit a $1.4 million player? Is he going to go on the bench?
We just had that exact same question, mate. Like,
We haven't heard your opinion, Pugsley. What do you think?
Number 14. On the bench.
Yeah, for me, mate, he's got to start on the bench. He can't just slip straight back into the starting side.
Yeah, I think Tyson Gamble is playing wonderful football.
Mm.
I mean, he's showing a bit of red and blue blood, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, mate, I'm a huge Gamble fan. Everyone loves I'm going to get a sign made up. Everyone loves a little Gamble.
Yes, exactly.
How do you know he's little?
No, he's a little player, but, it's like the slang saying.
What
do you reckon? Everyone loves to have a little Gamble.
But on that note, do you reckon they'll make Ponga's headgear a bit more bubble wrappy?
Well, actually, why you say that, do you think kids, parents... No, this is a legitimate question too. Don't look at me like I'm silly. But...
I've always done that.
But do you think parents are going to buy the Kailyn Ponga headgear anymore?
Yes, well, I hadn't played with a bloke.
Oh, did you?
Keep talking.
It wasn't one of those guys from NBN last weekend, was it?
in his corporate box.
No, I played league tag with, and he was the big Kailyn Ponga supporter, so he always had the headgear on. So I don't think the headgear's going out of stock or won't be in stock for much longer still. He's player of the club.
I think they've got to teach him how to tackle.
Yeah, that's the big thing is the tackling. But like they're saying, where can we put in that there's less tackling? Well, let's put him back fullback. You can't move Lockie Miller.
No.
I mean, Lockie Miller's he's probably the form player of the competition, or one of them at the moment. And if you move him from there, you're going to run the risk of him wanting to leave. And no, thank you. And if it comes to the point, you know, I love Kailyn Ponga. He's a great guy, great player. But if it come to the crunch and it's either Ponga or Miller, I'm sorry, but Parramatta need a fullback and might fit Kailyn in there.
Yeah. Taking them 1.5. We'll get 100,000 out of it.
No, yeah, well, we'll probably have to do what we're doing. Clemmer have to pay 1.4 of his contract.
Yeah.
But anyway, mate, yeah, good question, and yeah, we only time will tell. I suppose a couple of weeks he'll be back. So yeah, watch this space.
Not a problem.
Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate your call.
Not a problem, son. Have a good one.
See you, Scotty.
See ya.
Bye, mate.
All right.
Who doesn't love a nice cold beer? And the best cold beer is not some other mob down the road. The best cold beer in Newcastle is found at Thirsty Messiah. The Thirsty Messiah Brewery is found at 140 Lambton Road in Broadmeadow. Get on down there for some great beer at a great price. Support the local. Thirsty Messiah Brewery in Broadmeadow.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's time for a bit of humour tonight.
That's debatable.
We got. I thought your jokes last week were good. Didn't you? Over there, old boy in the bar.
Yeah, I laughed my head off. It was great.
Well, these ones are called dad jokes, so maybe you'll find
Oh,
them funny.
mate, they're extremely good. I must say, some when we're going to Cypress Hill, he had some. Well, let's just say he was 4 parts drunk, and he had some rather funny dad jokes. They weren't as good as the tractor, but they were up there.
Or the Harley.
Nah, well, I mean, like that's just comparing, like, you know,
Apples to oranges.
Yeah, come on. Anyway,
I was at a job interview today when the manager handed me a laptop and said, "I want you to try to sell this to me." So I put it under my arm, left the building and went home. Eventually he called me and said, "Bring my laptop back now." I said, $200 and it's yours.
well,
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Short and sweet.
I received a text from the wife saying she was breaking up with me. Imagine how relieved I was when a couple of minutes later she texted, "Shit, sorry, wrong number."
oh.
Hello.
That could be a story of my life.
Oh, I'm not going there.
More, you want me to keep going?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yep.
Encore.
Darling, why are you trying to reach the ceiling with your legs? You don't understand these things, Carl. It's yoga, and this is a position called the candle. And does the fact that you just farted have anything to do with it? It's a scented candle. Now go away.
So when you come into
I was
the bedroom
waiting- I was
tonight
waiting.
and you
Yeah,
stick my
no.
legs up in the air, we're going to play candles.
No, we're good. We're good.
As long as you don't play tummy sticks. Ever seen that movie?
Nah, we might leave that one there, I think. Next one.
Last one.
Yeah, go.
One more.
Wedding Crashers, it was.
A guy sits down at the bar and orders drink after drink. "Is everything okay, pal?" the bartender asks. My wife and I got into a fight and she said she isn't talking to me for a month. Trying to put a positive spin on things, the bartender says, "Well, maybe that's kind of a good thing, you know, a little peace and quiet." "Yeah, but today's the last day."
I like the candle one. The candle one.
Candle one was the
Yeah.
best.
I like the candle one. That
Only
was
because your feet can touch the ceiling.
He's good. Mine
Because he's,
doesn't.
cause he's
good.
gonna
Right,
he-
peeping Tom.
he's gonna he's gonna reenact it later.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I must say, yeah, we got bloke in a bar. We got an old bloke in a bar over there.
Oh, that's true. Oh, I thought it was young bloke in a bar.
I see he's got a seniors card over there.
That's our resident bloke in the bar over there, guys. But thanks for tonight. Once again, bringing some, making us look. I still think she should be in the middle, you know, race between two forms. But yeah,
3.
more free tonight, yeah. So next week, who you got this week?
We have,
Canberra Raiders.
yes.
Friday night. Confident? I wouldn't be.
I
It'll
live
be a
at
good
home.
game.
Home or away?
Yeah.
Down
Away.
at Canberra.
Apparently there's a really good all-you-can-eat down in Canberra. Penrith have one, but
Is
I
that
saw
in-
it on TikTok. They've got everything there.
Well, we should go down there because it is my birthday weekend.
Happy birthday for that weekend.
Your shout?
Yeah, shit. No, it's our shout for Schmidt.
I like you even more. But in saying that, too, while we're on the subject, we're running a bus trip to the Riverworms in a couple of weeks. So jump on there, a bus with Sid Fogs, $40 down and back. And we're also going to go to Penrith on the 25th of June.
Something like that.
So we're going to run a bus trip down there too and go down to Panthers. And we're going to do a food critique and all that as well.
I'm down for that.
So there's still
Krispy Kreme donuts.
So there's still seats available for.
Yeah, there's still some seats available for Parramatta, but we haven't started the Penrith one yet. But we will whenever. But that's a good trip, and
well, let's get some interest out there. If you'd be interested for a game down in Penrith.
Yeah, we'll have about 20 of us going, I reckon. We'll have all their families, so yeah, it'll be good. It's good. We'll go down to Krispy Kremes and the Penrith Leagues Club too. We might even go have a slash of aqua golf or something like that as well, and make a good day out of it. And then you go over to the club.
I'd like to have a crack at the skydiving that's over there.
Indoor.
Yeah.
I'd love to film it.
I'd love to see him without a parachute in a real plane.
No.
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
No, I don't think I can do that one.
What do you mean you can't do that one?
No.
Oh, no, you have done it, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done it.
No, no, not for me, unfortunately.
That's all right.
Bungee jump?
Bungee jump.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, we're out of bungee jumping or jumping out of a plane. Which one would you rather do? You can't say neither.
I'd have to go jumping out of the plane, I think.
Yeah, right. I'll go jump out of a plane.
Crazy lady.
At least you got that parachute with the bungee cord could snap.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, jumping out of a plane.
Well, how's this one?
Garish?
At 68, I'll just jump out of bed, thanks.
She's trying to get me going the slingshot up in Queensland.
What's a slingshot?
You know, the
Yeah, because it'd
ball
be
thing,
funny.
and then they.
It'd be funny to see us crying.
Yes.
See if it flings you back to Newcastle.
Yeah, but when she asked me, it was only 2 days before I was watching YouTube where one of the bands snapped, and I'm like, no.
No, but our son went on it, and the look on his face was pure.
I think you both
Scared.
enjoy it. Think of the
It
show.
would be hilarious, I reckon.
Think of the show.
I'll go on these utes up there, these V8 utes that do throwing around donuts.
He won't even go on the steel taipan with me. That's just rude.
I'm not stupid.
Oh, come on. If I've jumped out of a plane, surely you can do the little ball for me.
The little ball.
Compared to, it's probably a little ball.
Oh, I'll tell you what, when we go up there, we're going up in October, and we will have the cameras with us, so we're going to do some crazy stuff, and we'll have a bit of fun with what we're going to do anyway. So, all right, thanks for that tonight, and we'll catch you next week.
Sure.
All right, guys, we'll take a few words from our sponsor and be back shortly.
Purnell's Awards and Apparel is your one-stop shop for everything you might need for your business or your sporting club. Have a listen to this. There are corporate awards, cups, trophies, display cases, drinkware, giftware, medals, perpetuals, plaques and shields, and even apparel. There's so much there. It's great stuff. It's great quality at a great price. Head down to Purnell's in 2 locations, purnells.com.au or email winner@purnells.com.au.
All right, guys, welcome back, and it's that time of night again, and we'll go through the team list for this week, and want to jump through it there, or you want to do the Eagles? Who wants to do the Eagles?
Oh, I'll have a crack at the Eagles if you don't mind.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Okay, so Tommy Javovic, fullback, Kristen Tupelotu, Brad Parker and Morgan Harper and Ruben Garrick, John Schuster and Daly Cherry Evans. In the forwards is Taniela Paseka, Lachlan Croker, Jake Javovic, Hamil Olakawatu, Kelman Tulagi and Josh Alawai. Interchanges Keo Weeks, Ben Javovic, Ethan Bullimore and Sean Kepi.
Is before we get into it, is Morgan Harper the one with that looks like the bloke from Ice Age?
Yeah, if the sloth from Ice Age had a baby with Ernie from Bert and Ernie, that's what you'd get. Is it true?
No, it's not true. I 100% agree with
What
that.
about the character chore for Brad Parker? There's a character.
Yeah, groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
No, he's not groundskeeper Willie. He's that evil dude. What's his name?
No, it's
It's not off the Simpsons, is it?
No, it's off The Simpsons. Hank.
Well, what about the gay guy off Modern Family?
Oh, yeah.
Bit like him. Yeah, he's a different kettle of fish. But and then you got the long-necked giraffe from Cherry Evans. Not a bad side on paper. Yeah, they really pushed it last week too. So
That was their first loss, wasn't it, last week?
Anyway, the Knights, number 1, Lockie Miller, absolute gunner by Heimel Hunt and Greg Marju on the wing. In the centres, we've got Dane Gagai and Bradman Best. In the halves, we've got my man Tyson Gamble and Jackson Hastings. The front row with Daniel Saifidi and the beast Leo Thompson.
Your man too.
Yeah, another one of my favourites. At hooker, we've got Jaden Brayley. In the back row, Tyson Frizzell, Lockie Fitzgibbon, and this one I'm very unsure why this happened. Jack Johns. Interchange, Phoenix Crosland, Jack Everington, Matt Crocker, and Brody Jones. Why isn't Brody playing 13?
Can I just chime in there? Do you think Jack Johns is in because of maybe his name? The name Johns?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they've put Broads back to have a little bit more experienced bench. I don't know, but
Maybe Brody. Oh, I thought maybe Matt Croker could have been a good 13.
I just thought Broads played well last week when he didn't set the world on fire, but see when he was sort of playing the second receiver role, and then he had Gamble outside of him, and I just thought, that was working well. I don't know. Maybe come game time there might be some changes too, but yeah, I just thought that was a little bit odd, but I wouldn't have went that way personally, but I suppose that's why he's the coach and I'm not. On the reserve, we've got Dylan Lucas and Nali Tawala. He's got to be close to pushing for another spot over Heimel Hunt, maybe even Anali. Dominic Young, Simi Sasagi, and Thomas Camp.
Well, speaking of players, Dom Young, who's Dom Young replacing if he ever comes back? Is Heimel Hunt given the...
Heimel is, I'd say I wouldn't say he's on thin ice, but he's on watch. And I'd say.
Well,
he hasn't been setting the world on fire.
What if Greg Marzu has a bad game? Is he straight back to reserve or...
No. Could give him a chance. After how he's been playing, you can,
Has he been killing it in reserve grade or?
Yeah,
he was killing it in reserve grade.
Yeah, he was
before as well.
Yeah.
That's why he had to be brought up, and Dom had to be dropped. They had no choice. But
Adam O'Brien did say through the week, or last weekend, that he, it was a great debut. He's still got a few irons to kink out, but all in all, it was a great debut.
Is that like kinks to iron out?
Yeah, whatever.
How do you see this one going, Gaz?
Yeah. Go to one of the other boys and I've had a bit of a think.
It's multiple choice.
Okay. A, B or C.
Corey. Oh, sorry, Jono.
I was going to say, depending on how they play, I reckon if the Knights played as well as they did last week, it could come down to the wire. But Manly have been good. I think they was their only loss last week, wasn't it? But they've only we've played the extra game, so
they've got a good the matchups. The fullback Travojevic versus Miller, Gamble versus Schuster, Hastings versus Evans, and then your forward pack. It's going to be some good matchups.
What about Olakawatu versus Frizzell? I like Olakawatu.
I reckon it's a bit like tit for tat. Like you look at every player compared to each team, it's like 50-50 it comes out, I reckon.
It's just who's going to be better on the day, but yeah, I'm really looking forward. I loved watching my Knights play last year, the year before, win, lose or draw. But there's just this added... Is it just me, or is this just another added excitement this year where you're just getting the thrill factor? Exciting. Maybe because it's got these new players are bringing some new excitement to the team as well.
I so believe they've got a lot of confidence. Even that loss to the Dolphins, with all the players they had out, they still pushed the Dolphins to the wire.
100%.
So
that was one of the gutsiest performances I've seen for a long time.
As Jono said, if they play the way they've been playing, they will push Manly to the limit here.
We need to come out firing from the start.
Yes.
If we get some early points on the board, I think we'll be good.
Confidence will be high.
Yes.
Then.
But we'll see how we go.
So all you Novocastrians heading down, and non-Novocastrians heading down to Mudgee, get behind the team and, support them at Gaz.
Had a bit of a think about it. I think if they shut down Daly Cherry Evans, I said shut him down, they'll restrict Travojevic and stuff.
True.
And
So-
I think they'll win by 2.
So is that, sorry, John, is that where gamble comes into play? Where gamble gets in the mind of Cherry Evans and puts him off his game?
No. Tackle him out of it.
Yeah.
Let him get in the head of someone else.
I just think Cherry Evans could, I like that as well. I'd be sending the likes of Tyson Frizzell and Lockie Fitz at him all day.
Something like that, yes.
Yeah. But, interesting.
Shut him
Jono.
down.
I reckon they need to shut. I reckon shutting down Cherry Evans is a start, but I also reckon they need to shut down Travojevic as well.
You know, also they got to shut down one person, John Schuster.
Yeah.
He's a good player.
But then you also too, if you leave Ruben Garrick with a bit of space, so it's
gonna be a
striker all the way across there.
He's a great goal kicker, isn't he, Ruben Garrick?
It's going to be a good game, but that's all I'll say.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's going to be good. So, don't forget to if you're down there. Oh, we'll get into that, but we've got a competition running for down there. We'll say it now because we'll get in the next bit. Sure. If you're down at Mudgee or any NRL game this week, no one won the spot for the fridge, Gaz.
No one.
No one won the spot on the fridge. Yeah, our lovely fridge there.
I'll just show you our lovely fridge.
We have a fridge exactly the same as this, but in any NRL club of your choice. So whether it's the Panthers, the Dragons, it mightn't work, but or the Eels, or any club.
It only works. The Eels one only works from March till what is it?
September? Hey, Jono.
Oh.
Build up.
Anyway, so whatever NRL team you wish, if you win, you get to win that. It's valued at like $1,400.
Oh, what a bargain!
So same as our one in here. You get to win that. So you get on the chocolate wheel. We'll have 25 different spots on there. Only one person has been on it at the moment. So there's still 24 spots. So last week nobody won. So we're going to give you a second chance to get on there. So anyone at any football NRL game this week, send us in a photo of you at the game, and we're going to decide who we think the best one is. So get your thinking caps ready, and or
your best selfies.
Yeah, whatever. And send it in to us. So that's your second chance to get on it. But also later on in the night tonight, we'll give you
another way
for this week's prize. But every week, if it doesn't go off, we'll give you a second chance draw because we want you to win it. We want to give you every opportunity you can to win it. So somebody will walk away with this on our last show of the year. So thanks to Bar Fridges Australia. There's a $1,500 fridge, I guess.
Once again, this is it. In any kind of design you want.
Any NRL team. So, that's it. But we might get into the rest of the teams, eh?
Rest of the round.
Let's go.
Alrighty. So, Sydney Roosters up against the Riverworms. That's a Thursday night game.
Do we ever get off a Thursday night game and playing people that have come off a bye?
Yeah, mate, I think that's next week, is it?
This week.
Yeah. The Roosters didn't have a bye last week, did they?
No, they did.
Yep.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did too.
I'm going for
that's a bit odd, isn't it?
I'm going for the boys from Bondi.
I think Parramatta might double it up.
This one is really a hard one to the Roosters paying $1.52 and the Riverworms are at $2.55. I'll go the Roosters by 2. I'm not confident. Gaz, I won't even ask you. We know what that's going to be.
I suppose it might be difficult without Junior Paul over here.
Oh, and see, Joey Manu's 7 a 1 game ban for his high shot on the Rabbitohs. Drew Hutchinson moves into the centres. Corey Allen has been added to the interchange, along with, you say that one, John.
Nafu White.
And Terrell May dropping out. Prop Junior Paulo will miss the game with two games after an early guilty plea to a careless high tackle charge. So that's a big...
That's a big loss.
Big loss for us.
So yeah, that's another factor. But I mean, Joey Manu is out too. So there's one from each side. That's
Well, I think Junior Paulo, no disrespect for Joey Manu, is
a
the
bigger
bigger
loss.
Yeah.
Especially up
the
front.
big motor
Yeah.
in the engine room. So I'll take the Roosters in just. Anyway, moving on to Canberra and Penrith. It's going to be a bit of a cracking game.
It's going to be a good game.
That's 5:55 Friday.
Bit of spice in this one.
But yeah, you weak gutted dog. But but yeah, but they've come out there and said let that go. Let's move on this week. But seriously, I reckon the Garfield's going to get a bit this week.
I reckon.
Oh, big ginger cat. He's going to get him and Fish might come together.
Well,
I know he's going to come off second best there.
Garfield.
Yeah, but are they going to collide? But because Garfield's comes off the bench and Fisher Harris
Yeah,
starts.
but Fish seems to play some long minutes at times. So yeah. It's interesting. But Jordan Rapana comes back this week from suspension. So yeah.
But Whiten's out, so that's a big out.
Yeah, and Jamal Fogarty's back. So
Well, they missed him last week.
I mean, that Matt Frawley played good in.
Yeah, he got that field goal.
He did, but just Jamal's I just like him.
Like,
Yeah,
more
more stable.
Well,
Yeah.
Jared Croker is added to the extended squad as he's looking to play his first game of the season, and he's 293rd of his career, so he's getting up near the 300 mark.
He is. He's been a little bit unlucky at the moment, like trying to get back into that squad.
Well, I hope for the poor bugger he gets to that 300
Yeah,
mark because
'cause
that's a big milestone.
Yeah, 100%. So good on him. Panthers' Luke Garner has been rested as he has some niggling injuries. So Scott Sorensen comes into the starting side.
Big plus.
Oh, like that Garner's played good since he's come over from the Tigers.
Yes.
But Scott Sorensen, huge fan. I know they're Penrith players again, but I'd watch a lot of Penrith with the wife. And I think, to be honest, and correct me if you think I'm wrong, but Scott Sorensen and Moses Leota would have to be two of the most underrated players in the game.
I reckon Fisher Harris is underrated too. No, no one gives him.
Yeah. Oh, we all know what Fish can do, but I think
Definitely
these
Scott Sorensen's very underrated.
Gaz.
Yep, exactly right, 100%.
Oh, there was talk about player swap with Dom Young for him. I was hoping that happened.
No.
Because Dom Young's going to go. So we could have got him for the rest of the year and then some more.
Yep.
So I'd like to see. Okay, there's the one. Ponga's out. Ponga gets medically retired. Who do you sign? We don't need any halves anymore.
Probably
need
another forward.
Scott Sorensen.
Yep. Possibly another backup for
Imagine that.
Possibly another backup for Jaden Brayley as well.
Imagine if Sorensen's signed with that. I'd be dead, eh?
Oh,
Really
you would
crazy
be.
way to probably kill me.
I was going to say you'd be sleeping on the couch for a while.
There's another jersey you be wanting to collect.
I'm actually on the hunt for Gamble and Leo Thompson's.
You already said that.
Them and, have I?
Oh no, but if Sorensen comes, there's just another one.
yeah.
Yeah, there'd be another one on the
Yeah, we
wall.
want to frame them, put them around the walls in here. And that's so that's the thing. If I get jerseys like off players, I don't look to sell them.
No.
A lot of people will sell them. They're worth more to me than the money. You know what I mean? They're like my favourite, the players that I actually enjoy. You know, I still got Sione Mataudis from years ago. Like I got Kailyn Ponga's first Aggie.
There's another question. Would you bring him back if they do medically retire
100%.
Ponga
But he won't. He'll end up at the Dolphins.
You reckon?
100%.
with Christian Wolf?
And good on him. But I honestly think Sione would be a good fit at Penrith.
That's what I think too. I reckon he'd be a better fit there than Dolphins.
Under Cleary, I reckon he could be. Well, imagine Nathan putting Sione into a hole too. Anyway, Tyrone Peachy is the new man to come onto the bench too. Was a former Panther that went to the Titans and then back to the Tigers and now
Back to the Panthers.
back to the Panthers. So he comes onto the bench to cover for Sonny Luke.
Yeah, actually Tyrone Peachy was really good at the Penrith.
He was.
I thought he's a handy player in general.
He was, and then he went to all these other clubs and just didn't fit it in.
He was all right at the Titans, but he didn't fit in at the Tigers.
Yeah, Liam Martin's still sidelined too, so that's another huge loss for him. But yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers.
Me
Right.
too.
Yeah, Penrith.
Panthers.
Yeah. Excuse me, I better not drop that crazy only golf. Souths and Melbourne. This is your game of the week, is it?
I reckon this is my game of the week, and I reckon, guys, give us the correct score for that place on that chocolate wheel.
Yeah, so you pick the score, the winner and the score, obviously, and yeah, the winner will get on the chocolate wheel. So that's your entry this week for the Barfridge Australia entry for game of the round. It is Souths versus Melbourne. Obviously, you have to be following the show and put it under our post. So I'm going to take Souths. I think just.
I'm going to take the Storm 2 in a row.
If it was at Amy Park, yeah, I'd be back on the Storm. But because in Sydney, I think maybe, and on the back of last week's game, I think personally, I think the Bunnies might be just too strong.
Melbourne for me is still a bit clunky, and in attack, and I think Souths will win. And what's his name? Martino, was it? No.
Yeah, back from the tennis.
Tennis, yeah. He'll be firing on all cylinders, or she will be.
South for me. Just
Short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet.
No, just
Story of your life.
Manly against our mighty Newcastle Knights. I'm not even going to say much for this time because you know where I'm going to go. Corey?
I'm going to go Knights. Knights get themselves up for this game every time against Manly, arch rivals, always has been. Yeah, I'm going to take the Knights by 4.
Knights by 4.
I'm going to go Knights by Golden Point.
I'm going to go 12. Knights will win by 12. Yeah.
Guys?
I said Knights by 2 earlier and shutting down Daly Cherry Evans.
Nice. I hope you're right. Sorry. St George Illawarra. I just find this ludicrous. $1.80 against the Dolphins, $2.
Oh my God! What's this stuff?
Misprint.
I was just wondering.
I think it's $11.80, isn't it?
It says $1.80 here.
Where's the nearest tab?
Look, I guess with a lot of the Dolphins players out, I can see why the market's gone this way. But look, Sullivan's out, Kafusi, you know what I mean? Like some of those.
I'd even back the Tigers to beat you at the moment.
Probably, but if we need to make a statement,
True.
right? And
that could work in your favour.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
I doubt it, but it could.
It's at Wynn Stadium. So
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, but still Dolphins all day. They don't want to lose them back to back.
Do you know the most disappointing thing about St George?
is it the fact that they're red and white?
That there's no sizzler near their ground anymore.
At Gogra,
At Colgrove.
They're all gone now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gone.
there's still a pretty good pub and a feed though at near the ground at Wollongong.
Yeah, but it's not sizzler. You know, that's the last one shut at.
Gold Coast, was it?
Yeah, is it Mermaid Waters or Broadbeach, something like
that?
Yeah, I don't know. It's Gaz.
Hang on a sec.
Wayne Bennett calling in.
I've just got confirmation. The decimal point was in the wrong spot. It's $18, not $1.80.
Oh, thanks, Johnny Croucher.
Thanks, mate.
Fair enough. I did find that a bit
Bizarre.
Anyway, so
I can't see the St George doing any good.
nah. Well, we could be wrong, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pugsley.
I'd love to see him bounce back, but
Yeah, but like you said, I forgot that O'Sullivan that was out too, so you never know. But I'll take the Dolphins just. Brisbane, $1.18 versus the West Tigers are paying $4.80.
Jeez, I thought that'd be up to double digits.
that's
Is
almost.
it?
Hang on, decimal point in. I think it's $40.80.
No, it's $480.
$480. Is that the return you might get? Or?
Well, I tell you what, we had a little bet up at the concert there. Me and the son put on Knights to win. Try scorers we only needed Sebastian Chris now to score from Canberra, and we were going to win $1,900.
Oh,
Yeah, I know. Wasn't happy about that. Could have made it. You watch, you'll come out this week and score 7. But anyway, yeah. Do you see the West Tigers pulling off an upset?
Nope.
Nope. It's at Brisbane too, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
No.
It's at Scum Court.
No. Brisbane by 30.
I would have said 40.
Yeah, Brisbane by a long shot, Gaz.
Same.
Right up. The Cronulla Porpoises versus the Warriors. This is going to be a good one.
That's at the Shire, isn't it?
PointsBet Stadium.
Points bet, so plenty of points. I reckon back-to-back 40 games from Cronulla.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a blowout. I reckon it'll be closer than you think, to be
But I
honest.
still reckon Cronulla could score 30. Cronulla could score 40, but maybe the Warriors can score 30, maybe.
I reckon the Warriors are going to... I'm going to take the Warriors as an upset.
That's
I
your
think.
bold, is that a bold prediction, possibly?
I'm contemplating it, but I could change.
Out of all the, like, a couple of from the 50-50 games, I reckon that's probably that's a good chance of an upset, I reckon.
I'm thinking about... I do this a lot on tips. I look at things and think, well, everyone's going to do the safe shot option. And I try sometimes to look at things that could potentially be an upset. So, yeah, I might look at that one. Anyway, the Canterbury Bulldogs versus North Queens.
We're going to... No one asked me who I was picking.
Who are you picking, Gary?
Sorry, not bad.
Warriors as well.
Warriors.
I think they'll just put it on for them, you know what I mean? Just take it to them and...
Oh, I was thinking the similar thing, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
That football bounces in a funny way.
True.
It does.
The Puppies versus the Cowgirls.
Cowgirls for me.
Yeah. It's at Sydney, but I reckon the Cowboys will bounce back.
Pugsley.
No, I think of the doggies.
No, I'm thinking the Cowboys are going to start bouncing back to their better form, eh? Cows.
Guys, who
Yeah.
you tipping?
I'm going for the Cowgirls.
I bet you are.
So, yeah, all right, you've heard it there.
It's a good round of footy.
It is great round of footy. And don't forget to get on, like we said, to Melbourne versus South, is it?
Yeah, Melbourne and South.
Yeah, on the Friday night to get a spot on the fridge. And don't forget the second chance draw.
Who's the bye this week? Titans?
Yeah.
Is it the Titans, Bugsy, or are you not sure?
No, well, we've picked every other game. I'd said that we haven't said the Titans, so I'm guessing they're having the bye.
It's the Titans.
I've got this quick side point for a second. I've got this great idea to fix Magic Round.
How's that?
You know how they've got...
Hurt the Dolphins out?
Yes. You know how...
Produce more magic?
You know how they've got the New South Wales Cup and Queensland Cup? Why don't you pick the best 17 from the New South Wales Cup and the Queensland Cup, and they could play the team on the bye? So that way every NRL team plays on that weekend.
PNG Hunters.
Well, why don't we just get the Dragons to have the bye so they can have 2 points?
Well, that's true. They could either...
No, I'm happy for us to take the bye because, you know, we need to have it. And
Well, let's just say it this way. So use the first team this year, right, to have not play Magic Round because of the bye. So let's just say we don't get another team for, say, 10 years, right, hypothetically. You won't have to worry about not playing Magic Round again because you've already done it once.
I promise you that next year it won't be the Knights.
No.
Missing out on Magic
You
Round, it'll be the Dragons.
Can't be.
I'd like to go next
You're not
year.
going to get it 2 years in a row.
I'd like for us to go next year.
I would like to go on this year, but what's the point? No Knights.
Yeah, also this week the Knights are playing for the Malcolm Riley
Trophy.
trophy.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, was it Malcolm? No, it's...
Yeah,
is it
Malcolm
Riley
Yeah, sorry.
trophy, yeah.
Sorry, it is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. I knew it was one of the two. I was thinking the Alan McMahon for some reason.
That's the Tigers and
Yes,
Knights one.
yes. Sorry.
And we already won that trophy, didn't we? Let's bring home the second trophy.
So, now that'll be a good thing. Hopefully we can win that. But, yeah, we might take a short break. Messages from our sponsors.
Support our show sponsor, Grand Matriarch Distillery, that gives us the beautiful Grand Matriarch vodka that you see on our show every week. Join the reward program, and for every 9 bottles you purchase, you do get 1 free. Grand Matriarch Distilling in the beautiful Sapphire Coast of New South Wales. You cannot go wrong with their product, I promise you. That's grandmatriarch.com.au.
Welcome back, guys, and what a good show tonight.
Great show.
Yeah. Big Gaz again, as usual, mate.
Good to be back, eh?
Yeah, but can we get rid of that jersey?
Yeah, I reckon we need to.
Oh, he should have his new shirt in soon, so
Yeah.
we're waiting on that to come through. So
I don't know if it'll fit over the top of this one, but...
Anyway, bold predictions. Corey, we'll get into you.
Yeah, well, Pugsley.
Will you now? Saints to win. That's all I'm going to say.
It's bold, not stupidity.
Yeah, well,
no, but it could happen, to be honest.
No, I think that's more stupidity than bold.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, we'll have a bet. If you and Jono on that game.
All right. Saints. All right.
Yeah, well,
Okay, well, considering the Dragons are called the Drag Queens, I believe if St. George win, you have to dress up in a drag queen uniform, and if the Dolphins
what's
win...
a drag queen uniform?
I've been there, done that.
And if the Dolphins win...
You got to get dressed up as a seal.
Seal.
I'll do, yeah. Done deal.
And I get to decide for how long.
It's just got to be worth the show, isn't it?
Yeah. No, not here. It's in public.
Oh, it's in public, even better.
Yeah.
I'll put a night's game.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because we had a few bets before, and the Minions got to dress up as a chicken.
Yep, I've got to do a food. I've got to do a food challenge because I lost.
Yes, there's a food challenge coming
Yes.
soon that I'll tell you about later. But so Jono, your ball prediction.
Bold prediction: Bradman Best to get a double on his 50th NRL game.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Bradman, on your 50th.
Even though it's only a small number, but amount of the
but
by still getting to your 50
games.
Could have played 100 by now
Mate,
with all the injuries he's had.
I'd be happy to play one,
Yeah.
let alone 50.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
on your best.
Good
Hopefully
on him.
another 50 more for the Knights.
yeah. My Gaz, your ball prediction.
I think the Marzu have another brilliant game and possibly another 2 tries.
Ooh. All right, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to go the Knights to win by 12, and Tyson Gamble is going to get a double,
Ooh.
and Leo Thompson is going to get a meat pie.
What about a try?
Yeah, he's going to try. He's gonna get,
Along with his meat pie.
A meat pie is going to
probably that too, but yeah, he'll get a try, and Gamble will get 2. Let's hope I'm right.
There's your
And
12
if
points.
you're not, do you lose anything? Do you-
No one's bet me anything, so I can't.
Maybe Minion over there might be able to give you
No, I reckon we just keep it one bet.
One bet around.
one better round.
One bet a week, yeah.
Sounds good. All right, I'll go next week.
All right.
So who we got next week? The Warriors, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we do, yeah.
At home or away?
At home.
That'd be a good game.
That will be.
Yeah, and then I'm looking forward to a couple of games. I reckon the 2 main ones that I'm looking forward to are Souths and Penrith, just through the mouths.
I think that would be a good tester too, because they're 2 top 4 teams at the moment.
true.
They're 2 teams that are in form.
Yeah, you're dead right, and it will be a good tester for
I'm going to
us.
say something funny. I'm looking forward to the end of the year because
In his defence, he's already booked his trip to Bali.
Start again next year.
But it happens. Every club goes through it. Yeah. So
Make sure you put your scores in for our fridge.
Yeah,
The
and-
South versus Storm, correct scoreline will get you a draw in to win this mighty fridge.
And if you're at any of the games, second chance draw, just take a photo. You know, it might be adventurous, but you don't have to. You can just be yourself at the game or whatever. But the more adventurous is, the more chances you are going to.
Well, make sure like you're wearing a team jersey or a team logo shirt or something.
Yeah, or if another one, you might get special. You might see a certain member from one of our crew members there. Go get a selfie with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something like that, and.
Would there be extra points in it for them if they
Oh,
do
you
that?
never know. There's 2 of our crew members going down in the Minion and Shane, so check it out. But if not, tune in next week. 'Cause, we'll have Another bumper show. The crazy. Thanks to Crazy Lady again, and
thank you to all our sponsors. Like if it wasn't for you guys, it would be no show.
yeah, Harry Schnitzels. We went down actually to. I tell you what, we're gonna have to move in. We had Harry Schnitzels on Saturday at Thornton, and then we're driving down the freeway, and we said, let's go to Harry Schnitzels on the way to Cypress Hill. So we went to Erina and checked out the Erina on Sunday.
Was it good?
$200 later that weekend. So yeah, Harry Schnitzels are rather good. Sayers Inc. It also opened BFF, which is burgers, fries, and fish. So check that out too. Just right behind where Sayers is now, Juiceland Plaza.
Yep.
Our major sponsor, Burton Automotive.
I know. The girl.
Yep.
Pernell Trophies.
Grand Matriarch.
Steak and Drops.
Yeah, and Grand Matriarch. And the Liquidators.
Yeah, how
So,
can I forget them?
Yeah, so jump on board, check out all of our sponsors, and get in and win the fridge. Get on and try and win that, because I'll tell you what, if I can enter, I'd love to have another one. Oh, they're brilliant. How cold's the beer, Gath?
Very cold. Beautiful.
So, yeah, we still need a sponsor to fill that fridge.
Yeah,
the beer's getting low.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got any contacts with Tooheys New or anything like that?
Oh, no, I wish I did, mate.
Tell you what, I wish you had some contacts with Little Dragon. It's Minna's favourite drop. I love it. It's good stuff. Anyway, we might leave it there and wrap it up, and see you all next week.
Yeah, once a night.
Always a night.
Good night.
Does Gary have his glasses?
Nope.
I mean, when you got excited then.
No, but we can just even ask questions.
Well, there's the bloke in a bars team. Jeremiah was a bull from... I can't
It's the only
stop.
part I know of the song. Was a good friend of mine.
No, but...
Someone's pulled me off out
I sound horrible. Way down there.
What can we
Oh, someone's lost it.
Are you okay there?